Ta-da!
Okay, we're live.
We're live.
So this is our first time on the pod with a guest.
We're guested out.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. I mean, there's
What's
not
your
much to
name,
say.
first of all?
I'm
That's
Chandler. Yeah.
Chandler.
Chandler Martin.
Chandler Martin. Chan dog in the house.
Can we get a round of applause for Chandler Martin?
Yeah,
No.
that was ideal.
No,
I think that was pretty close.
There we go. Everybody laugh at Chandler.
Yeah, there's Chandler.
Screw you.
So first of all, you guys are drinking coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It's cold outside.
Not true.
It's really cold outside.
Yeah, it's cold outside. That's not why you're drinking coffee, I don't think, is it?
Guest of.
It is. Well, not recently, but we just got back from a long trail run.
Yeah, it was a short
Long
trail
as in
run.
17 miles.
That is a long way.
And I'm be honest, like you find yourself out there.
Bro.
Which mile did you find yourself?
Oh, who knows?
Dude, I freaking found myself
Mile 10.
as soon as I stepped on the trail. But
Yeah.
you really like there's a point where you're like, I don't know if I can keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you saw it when I grit my teeth and I like
Mhm.
yelled and I just
Yep.
like took off.
Dude, you were flying.
And I didn't
We're on mile like 15 something, and Gus
Dang.
just takes off. I'm like, dude,
I like
So you
I grit
have-
my teeth and I just grunted.
What kind of like elevation change are we talking?
we
I
ran
can pull up.
1,000
Let me
foot-
pull up the stats.
raz-
Let me pull up
1,000
the
feet today,
stats.
something like that. But
Because
yeah, no, it's funny too. Like when we got started,
yeah.
Gus and I both, like we're a mile and 2 miles in. I'm like, shh, we got this. I told him, I was like, we can pace this way for the entire 17
Well,
miles.
you guys have been conditioning for how long now?
About 3.5 months.
Yeah.
Well, not like So I started running again like 3.5 months ago, but
Okay.
it wasn't nothing distance.
Yeah.
I was just doing like 2 miles here,
Yeah.
2 miles there.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Oh, my training status went to productive.
Ooh.
That's the
Oh.
first time it's ever changed.
What did it say
there
before?
you go.
It said maintaining.
Maintaining.
Dude, mine's been saying maintaining for like six weeks.
What are
Yeah.
you guys using to track it?
It's the Garmin app because we have the Garmin watches
Yeah.
and it syncs up. The total ascent was 1,531 feet.
Almost 37,000 steps.
Yeah.
That's too many. I think that's too
It's
many.
funny because the like healthy white suburban mom,
Yeah.
they always go for 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
Like that's their goal.
Yeah.
We freaking blew them out of the water in
Yeah.
3 hours and
Destroyed them.
almost 4
3 hours and 54 minutes.
Yeah.
So, okay. How far in miles is a marathon? It's 21 or is that kilometers?
No,
26.
Ks are less than miles.
Yeah.
So a
It's
marathon
26
is 26.2 miles.
It's like 13. It's 26.2 miles.
Miles, yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
41,
that's a full
41
marathon.
kilometers, I
Yeah.
think.
Holy crap! I thought it was
No.
20. I thought that 20 number was the kilometers.
No.
So you guys are about to run. When is that?
That's
January
January 7th, so it's
7th.
like 3 weeks from now.
And that's up a mountain.
Yeah, listen, okay,
5,000
listen, we
feet, dude.
we
Dude, listen to
we
this.
struggled today. I'm be
Dude.
honest, like
Yeah.
like we had to dig
But
so deep to
What
get
was
that.
your pace today compared to what you need for the marathon?
So we
So-
paced pretty good. The marathon it closes in 9 hours.
Yeah.
So if you get the DNF if you go over 9 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today we paced 13:46 and we did 17 miles in 4 hours. So I mean,
So
that's in the bag. We could go slower.
Yeah, our goal is
Yeah.
15-minute miles when we actually do the race.
Yeah.
To
But
complete.
the actual race, we had 1,500 feet of ascent today, and the actual race is like 5,500 feet of ascent.
So it's 5 times.
And
as
you have to come back
challenging.
down. It's hard on your legs,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, it's harder on your legs going
Coming
down.
down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's more on your muscle going up,
Oh,
but
for
coming
sure.
down is like a shock to your like.
Yeah, it's
shins.
definitely you get gassed on the way up, but then on the way down, like the risk goes through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Of rolling your ankle, having like a bad knee sprain, or anything.
Yeah.
For some reason, my hamstrings are lit up 100% of the time when we're out there,
Dude,
Really.
and I don't know why. It doesn't really happen on the road. So something is
Yeah.
my body's doing something where my hamstring is like
Yeah.
incorporating itself.
See, like for me, when I've run before, it was like just for exercise, and it wasn't like I wasn't trying to get to some goal. Usually, like if I'm going to the gym, I like to run a mile, and then I just like my heart rate is up.
That's a good warm
I was
up.
gonna say,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not
Light
like
work.
that's not my exercise.
blood
That's just
flowing.
my kind of like my warm up. And then I did the longest run I've ever done. I think is only like 6 miles, and I
mean,
was
that's a good
really
ways.
slow though. Like it must have been like
Mhm.
I think it was like a 12-minute mile,
Yeah.
but it was also flat. It was around NC State. It was
But
just like
that's really
That's
good
good.
with like if that's your longest distance and you weren't really running that much.
yeah. Well, no, I was that was when I had my run conditioning class, and that was at
Oh,
that was
okay.
around the end of the class, and I went for my own run, and I didn't push myself on pace because I just wanted to see like I just wanted like a casual run.
Mhm.
And I had never run that far. And once I got past like 4 miles, I had to decide to stop at 6 because I just like got back towards my like dorm. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll stop.
Mm-hmm.
But I
So
could
you'd
just
be a
keep,
great runner.
yeah, I've
You
got
have-
the body.
you
I
got-
think, I
you-
think you
you
would.
got
so
long
next
legs.
weekend we're doing 20 miles.
Strong
Dang.
legs.
And
20
Tyler's
maybe,
coming,
maybe,
right?
maybe.
Tyler's coming out.
Tyler's coming.
Yeah, I'll probably bring my bicycle though.
I've been trying to get all my like I have a couple like quote unquote hard charging friends that are always like doing physical activities.
Yeah.
Like
Every
you.
weekend I invite them out. I'm like, "Hey, 15 miles out at Raven Rock, show up."
Yeah.
Never.
Is
No.
anyone
I
even
I have,
bid?
I have something
you-
I have something going on. And I text,
No one takes the bait?
I text someone 17 miles, show up
Yeah.
at Raven Rock. Cuz they talk the talk. It's so
Yeah.
easy.
Okay.
It's so easy to say. I learned today. It's so easy to say 17 miles
Yeah.
Well,
and then be constantly running and hiking for 4 hours straight.
yeah, we never stopped.
No.
You don't
I
stop
remember-
moving.
We hiked. We were at Linville Gorge.
Mm-hmm.
And we hiked down into the gorge, and then we hiked back out. And I think we only went like 8 miles or so, but it was like it was for some of it was like it was basically climbing.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I wasn't like winded, but I was like just tired.
Mhm. Yeah.
And it
you
was
get
like we were
gassed.
sliding all around on the way back up. Like we were slipping everywhere, falling. I was like bleeding in a couple spots. And that was
That's
one
no
of my
joke.
favorite. Because we went down there to climb back out. That was the
Yeah.
goal. And we climbed up about like 100 and some feet. And then a storm started rolling in. And we didn't want to be on the side, like the face of the gorge when the storm came in.
Mhm.
So we descended back down and then hiked out.
Okay.
And so it was actually like way more work to hike out than to climb. Because climb, it was only like, I think it was only like 400 or 500 feet. So we
Okay.
could have done it. But we just, I don't know. Like we were
You get
all.
scared by the storm.
Yeah, it was like rolling in. And I
Mhm.
was like, if this.
He's like, damn.
What if you get electrocuted on the side of the mountain? Like that's not good.
No.
Wouldn't it tap a tree first?
Yeah. When did they hit a
No
tree or
idea.
something
I didn't
else?
know. So I was like, let's get down.
Yeah.
Or I feel like Tyler would be one of the guys to be like, I've been struck by lightning 2 times and survived.
yeah, you've
Yeah.
been stung by a jellyfish. I don't know.
Not a jellyfish, a Portuguese man-o-war.
I don't know any other
Okay,
person that's
see,
been
see.
stung by
Yeah.
a Japanese man o' war. And you still have the scars to
Portuguese.
prove it. which is
Yeah,
the
my
great.
scars all
I've
the
never
way.
even heard this story.
Yeah, look at his scars.
See that scar up
Oh
my arm?
They're
gosh,
crazy.
bro.
He's got
And
the
I was like
hieroglyphics on
I was
his
like
arm.
7, so it's like it was
And you
worse when I
lived
was
to
7. I
tell the
grew
tale.
through it. Oh, I lived. Yeah.
Grew
The
through
thing.
it.
So the Portuguese man-o-war.
Yeah, pull up a picture of this.
So it's man-o-war, not man-whore,
Okay.
like everybody thinks I'm saying.
Man whore. Yeah, I got stung by a man
They're the
whore at
things that,
7 years old.
They're the things
At the
that
beach.
sea turtles eat. They're these things. They're the things that sea turtles eat. And the tentacles, they're actually not an animal. They're a
Okay.
colony.
So it's like bees.
It's like bees. So there's all these like, I think they're unicellular
Okay.
colony. So the chains, the tentacles are a chain of like unicellular organisms that like latch together. and then they've got this like incredibly strong neurotoxin in
so
these little like glass like vials that inject into you and break. And then I think this is right. I did the research about it was so long ago.
I was gonna say you sound like you know what you're talking
well,
about.
because I've told so many people
I need
about
a
it.
pic of this.
Look at it on the
Gosh.
on
And
the
that's like a
beach.
nitrogen bubble that it floats with. And then sea turtles just eat them. They just
Are
munch
they
them.
so
immune? Sea
crazy.
turtles are just
Yeah.
immune to the
Oh, here you
poison
are.
or whatever.
That's me, yeah.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
That's like right when it got stung. So it was September on Carolina Beach.
So wait. So they're native to like.
Well,
Our part
that's
of
the
the
thing,
world?
right? It was September, and it was an incredibly warm September. Like, it wasn't supposed to be that warm there.
okay.
Like, the water was so warm. And they had just kind of floated in because they follow the warm water.
Looking for a little bitty Tyler.
I guess so. And it was like one of those, like, situations where my dad was, like, playing with me. I was little, and he, like, threw me up behind him, and I, like, landed in the water. And I came out of the water screaming.
Oh my gosh.
Like bloody murder. And I lifted my arm up, and he said it looked like it was just like a booger on my arm. It was just
it's
a
still,
tentacle.
It was still
Oh.
on there.
It was just a tentacle. The tentacles, since they're like a colony, a tentacle
Yeah.
can still sting you if it's just floating through the water. So it was just on me,
Interesting.
and he picked it off with his hands, and he didn't, like, his hands were fine.
Huh.
I think it's just like the softer skin
Okay.
is what really gets. I think that's why the turtles can eat it, because they've got that like
Yeah.
weird turtle skin. But it was awful, and my
You mean a shell?
yeah.
I was turtle skin.
My arm like was swollen, like it was awful, and then it got infected. It was an
Dang.
awful situation.
Okay.
But those things are crazy, and they're out there. Surfers get attacked by them sometimes. They don't like attack you, but
yeah, they
if
just float into
they
you.
float into you, and then if you just get tangled up in one, like there was a surfer there that time when I got stung who was like, I don't know if we were talking, I can't remember. I was little and I was traumatized at the time, but we were talking to, I think, somebody who saw it happen, and the surfer got wrapped up like completely. And then it was all he could do to get up on his surfboard and just float for a while.
So
He floated for like a while before he could actually like paddle in. And if he hadn't gotten up on his surfboard, he would have been cooked.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Are they that deadly?
Yeah. If they
Yeah.
wrap around you all the way, because their tentacles can be incredibly long.
Yeah.
Okay. And then like, I guess you just freeze up.
It's
right?
it's a neurotoxin, so it
Mhm.
immediately like kills the flesh, and then
Jeez.
yeah, it's really, they're rough.
Yeah, that's
They're rough.
intense. And you said you were 7?
I think I was 7 years old. So like my skin was so like gentle still, you know.
Yeah.
It was not like ready for anything, and it got tested hard. And like they were probably dying, the like cells, since they were
Mhm.
not connected to their
Okay.
thing. They were just
Yeah.
floating around. They were probably dying. So they probably weren't even like, I don't know, full strength. I don't know if that's how it works, but
That's crazy.
yeah.
power.
Yeah.
Guess what about? Did you have any crazy like stories when you were a kid like that?
Yeah, the weirdest one was I didn't get attacked by an animal, but
Okay.
in my neighborhood next to my house there was this really long like downhill road, and
Yeah.
we used to like skateboard down it and like longboard and whatever, and we'd put like jumps at the bottom and
Mhm.
everything. But one day I decided, like, I forgot how old I was, maybe like 10. I wanted to do it. I wanted to sit down on the skateboard and go all the way down the hill with my beanie over my eyes.
Classic. I like that. I like
I
that.
was gonna
So
say,
I
okay.
couldn't see anything, obviously.
Blindfolded,
And then-
basically.
Dude, I had these nasty killer wheels on my skateboard. I think they weren't longboard wheels, but they were like soft, like longboard
Yeah.
wheels.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they had like some really nice bearings. And you
So
would
you
get
took off.
freaking going on this little
Yeah.
skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
And I took off, and then I peeled into our little street, our cul-de-sac, and then I just kept going, and obviously I couldn't see for, and then I hit my neighbor's Hummer that was in his
What?
driveway. I hit his. I went
Okay,
like
he
my
wasn't- okay,
my
I was like, is this a
my
movie
legs
vehicle
went
or-
under the back of the car,
Yeah.
and then his hitch on the back
Oh,
hit
bro,
me right
what?
in the head, and I still have the scar. It's like a little, like, I call it my Harry Potter scar. It's like
Okay.
right here,
Dude, I kinda
Yeah.
got a
And it
little
just
scar
like
there, too.
it like nuked my forehead, and there was like blood gushing everywhere.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
Bro.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
gnarly.
That's crazy. That's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I did a lot of like really dumb stuff, but that was probably
Yeah.
I probably took the cake when I was.
I
that
did
age.
when I was really little, like probably 3 or 4. We used to live in New Jersey. Is your phone going off? Is that your phone?
His
I think
phone's
it's your phone.
Listen, my phone's silenced.
Is my phone going off?
I check my phone.
It's my phone. Dang.
It's
Okay.
the pod popping
Come
off.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, all those
all the likes
comments
and the comments, yeah, coming off. But yeah, when I was really little, I was sledding. I woke up myself and like decided I was gonna go sledding. Just like walked outside,
Mhm.
grabbed a sled, started sledding. I did like a few runs, all right. There was like this little hill that was grass at our house, and then it just transitioned into asphalt. And there wasn't like that much snow, I don't think. And I had this little yellow
There's like half an inch.
yeah, I had this little yellow sled, and I sledded down a couple times, and then I sledded down like a final time, and when I hit that asphalt, it like just hit like a brake.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
my like young self with no strength at all just goes completely forward and smashed my
Oh
head
my
on the
God.
asphalt,
Oh.
like straight down. And I like bruised my teeth. I didn't even know you could do that. They turned
Whoa,
like some of my
yeah,
teeth
that
turned
is
Dude,
gray.
I lost one of my teeth. Okay, so I
Really?
was a kid. I was like 2-3 years old, and my dad was letting me play with a hammer. You don't give your 2-year-old a hammer.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
And so
Yeah,
like,
you
I,
might-
I
if-
used to. I used
yeah,
to.
yeah. So
Used to give your 2-year-old a hammer.
yeah.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm running around the yard with this hammer, and I tripped, and I hit my front tooth, and it
Oh.
died. And I was
Yeah,
a young kid, like a
yeah.
baby. So they had to pull it out,
Uh huh.
and then I had a fake tooth for like, I don't know, it's like 7-8 years.
Yeah,
And all the
freaking
pictures
tell
of me as a
about it.
kid, you can tell I
Yeah.
just have like this fake little tooth.
That's
right there.
funny. Yeah, I had
Is that an adult now? Is that a real tooth?
Yeah, yeah. This is real tooth.
Okay.
It was, yeah.
I had all my teeth. They weren't dead. They just got bruised. So they went a little gray and then they went back. They were all baby teeth anyway, but it just like
Dude, I can't believe your goddamn stories. And my front teeth just bust out of my. I was getting a mountain bike out of my dad's truck when I was
Yeah.
like 13,
yeah.
and I was getting it down, and like the wheel was like hyperinflated. So when it hit the ground, it just
It
like kind of popped
bounced?
back up a little bit,
Yeah.
hit me in
Slammed
the
your
mouth.
face.
and
Mm.
both my front teeth just exploded.
I didn't know both your front
I thought it was
teeth.
just
Yeah.
the one.
Well, one got chipped, and then the other one got chipped worse.
Oh.
Worse.
okay.
So
Because right now you have one fully fake tooth, right?
yeah,
And one's
yeah.
half fake.
One is like it was fixed. It's like when you fix a chip. It was a small chip.
Okay.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, my
That's
teeth.
different.
My teeth are a little funky looking. I think. Like not bad, but they just like
got a chipmunk look.
they're not like they're not like the like best shaped teeth, but they're
Okay.
strong.
I would say
There you
I'd
go,
say they're
dude.
pretty good shape.
Yeah, they're like a normal shape. They're not like bad or good,
Okay.
but like some people have like those amazing shaped teeth.
yeah,
You know what I'm
Like-
talking about? Some people have just like the perfect
Dude,
shaped teeth.
Like yeah.
like perfectly white. Just
yeah,
the shape is get like
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
need
A lot of
braces.
it's weird when most of their teeth are like the same size all the way
Yeah.
across. That's when you know
when they're
like,
all
too
exactly the same, it's a little funny. But when they're like, there's two that are a little bigger, and then the rest are like not that much smaller, and they're all pretty similar shape. I feel like that's ideal. But I don't see my teeth ever, so I don't think about them unless I'm like
Yeah.
looking in the mirror
perfect.
at my
I don't
teeth.
think about them
which-
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are super self-conscious about like everything about them. I feel like I'm not.
You're
Yeah.
not.
I feel like if I have like there's things about me that like I had really bad acne when I was in high school. Yeah, and I
I would have
think
never guessed that.
yeah, see, because it just kind of like cleared up when I was in like freshman or sophomore year of college. It
Okay.
started to clear up, and it like I think it was a good thing for me because I had to ignore it. I had to
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
go about my day like I didn't have these like red bumps all over my
Yeah.
face.
You just gotta like most people that you hang out with when you have acne also have acne. Or
Yeah.
at least
That's
that's
true,
how
But-
it was with me.
I had friends with like completely clear skin, and I had this like bumpy acne, and I had one girl one time in the cafeteria freshman year of high school.
Okay.
She said she looked right at me.
Oh no.
She was like one of those disrespectful girls, you know. She looked right at me. And she's like, "You got bumps all over your
Oh
face."
my
And,
god!
and I looked at her, and I was like,
What'd you say back?
"Yeah." I literally said that.
King.
I was like, "I do," and it was more like me.
What you gonna do about it?
It wasn't like me being cool.
Okay.
It was like me realizing in that moment. What does it change? Like what?
Yeah.
Like I
You
realized
got
that
bumps on your chest.
like in my head the
Tyler just got it.
in my head the whole time I was so worried about what people were thinking.
Yeah.
And then when I actually just heard her say what she was thinking, it wasn't even bad. It was like, well,
so
yeah.
you take the like criticism well.
Yeah, it was like, oh, like that's it. It's like she's actually told me what she's thinking in her head, and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I already know that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a big deal. And I think after that point, I was like, well, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just dealing with it. I
Okay.
don't need to be like upset
Yeah.
about it or worried about it. Because like
So-
worst thing that happens is somebody just tells me I have acne, and I'm like, I already know.
Yeah. So
I already
what I'm
know.
hearing is you were confident from a very young
No,
age.
no,
Like,
no,
yeah.
no. This was a whole arc.
got that
of,
C
whole
on
arc?
you.
No, it was a whole arc
Okay.
of me trying to be confident, and I kind of just I had this whole realization that like if you're not confident in life,
Yeah.
then you're gonna miss out on a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
And if you are confident, even if you're faking it, you get so many more opportunities.
Bro,
so much more happens.
Dude, fake it until you make it. When it comes to confidence, like literally, that is somewhere. Like
Yeah.
people don't know if you're faking or not if you come off as
Correct.
confident.
Correct. Because people aren't hyper focused on trying to figure out if you're confident or not.
No. No.
So if you're not confident in a situation and you just pretend you are, not to the point where you're being like
Oh, no,
annoying,
not like yeah.
especially if it's about like something that you have to learn how to do.
Mhm.
So like let's say you're a tradesman, like you're a plumber, and you're not confident in your skills and you have somebody
Yeah.
who's supposed to be teaching you, you shouldn't be overconfident in that situation.
that-
like
that's where you
that's
should ask
then you just
questions.
turn into an asshole.
Oh.
But
yeah.
if you are like
Mhm.
but general like confidence in yourself and what you're saying and like your stuff you know well and
Mhm.
stuff you're well versed and practiced in,
yeah,
that is the kind of stuff you have to
that's
be.
where you can fake it and be
Because
like,
there's
you know,
people
I can
who
figure it
are
out.
people
Yeah.
who are overly confident that shouldn't be, and it's super annoying.
Oh yeah.
So there's like definitely a balance of fake it till you make it. Like some people just fake it all the
Who are
time.
you talking about, Gus?
Yeah.
That's one thing that really ticks me off.
When people
Is-
are overly
Is
confident.
when a really fat person is really confident.
The thing about the
Well-
the overweight thing that gets to me,
Yeah, I'm grabbing.
the overweight thing that gets
Hey,
to
what's
me,
in the bucket?
What's in the bucket?
the culture.
It's not.
There's a lot of stuff.
That's not
in
a
There's a
bucket.
lot, dude. We got a lot in the
Yeah,
bucket
there's a lot of
today.
variety today.
Mm.
But the thing that gets to me, right, is the ignoring the obvious health problems with being overweight. There's this trend today of like you are beautiful no matter what your shape or size
Well-
is, and it's like this trend that's leading away
Dude,
from
it's so
physical fitness.
laughable
He-
because like obesity is the #1 killer.
Killer,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
Heart
yeah.
disease.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
heart disease, but that's
It's-
directly related to
Yeah, it's-
obesity.
It's absolutely. Well, I will say, like, everyone has value, right? And if you are, overweight, obese, whatever it is,
yeah.
like, you still are beautiful. But it's like, if we're gonna sit there and hyper analyze it and be like, oh no, you're fine the way you are, and all this stuff, it's like, bro, let's have an honest conversation.
Yeah, it's more to me a health issue
Yeah.
than anything, and
It's a crisis.
it's a health crisis. It
Mhm.
is.
Mhm.
There's no way to
Well, okay.
speak around it.
Have you guys seen it came out maybe it's years ago now. The Sports Illustrated model, who she's like probably pushing over 400 pounds.
Really?
Whoa!
And you guys got to
400?
see this. And she's like trying to be all sexy on the beach in this bikini, and she's like rolling around in waves.
I don't want to
On
say it.
the
It's
beach.
in my mind, but I don't want to say it.
Uh,
It's in my mind, but
we
I don't
all
wanna
know
say
what
it.
you're
Yeah, we
thinking.
know.
Where is it?
We know.
None of those are it.
is it her? That's Cosmopolitan.
I don't even
Damn.
know, bro. I wish.
It's not even letting me Google it
The
because,
thing is, like,
because my
Yeah.
Googling, I said
Like, a
Sports
lot of these-
Illustrated overweight.
dude, a lot of these like
It's not even coming up.
A
Look,
lot-
I think it's her. It's
lot of
no,
these
it's someone-
big-
dude.
Sports
so it's
Illustrated
like-
models are so hot, but like they would be so much
Bro,
hotter.
this person.
Well, okay.
Okay.
I want to put in. I
No,
want to
it's someone
say
that's
like
dude,
this
It
girl.
is a
I'm gonna
woman who is huge.
This girl, I don't think she's overweight, and this is
No.
coming up for the plus size.
Yeah.
I
This is?
I'm not talking about
That's
this.
Ashley Graham. That's like
Who's that?
that's like the cover girl for all the like plus size.
No, she doesn't count to me for plus size because she is just a big girl, which
Wait,
is
look
so
look her up.
different.
We need another view. We need another view.
Here, yeah, I'm trying to find. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. It came out a while
I'm
ago.
not even really talking about the. Oh, she looks a lot different.
She's
in that.
a little bit bigger.
Maybe it's on.
Look, yeah, that runway picture. She's not
Okay,
that
no,
big.
this isn't what I'm talking about. This is fine. Like this isn't unhealthy, I don't think. I mean, she probably could lose a little bit and be healthier. But
No,
she's
that's
not like
fine.
she's not
Okay.
obese. I'm
Mhm.
talking about the models that are going on that are
She's
like
not obese at all.
No.
Look at her.
no.
Look at her like ankle, like the taper.
She's
in her
fine.
Yeah, no,
legs.
she looks
Yeah,
fine.
Everyone
She-
has a different body shape.
She
That's
might
okay.
she might be healthier with less weight. I don't know. I don't even know.
I'm not
I-
sure about this one though.
But don't be.
The one in the back.
but my basically my point is there's the models that are like I don't even care about the models. I don't care about modeling at all. I don't care who's broadcast where.
Okay.
I'm talking about the average citizen who is being sold this thought that if you're very overweight,
It's okay.
it's okay. I'm not talking about your beauty or your confidence, anything
Your
about
value,
that.
nothing like that. It's
No,
just
no,
like,
no. It's your health, and if you're being sold this that you can live like this, you're shortening your life. You're
Bro, yeah.
increasing your risk of being like
Also, you're just miserable. These people, like, they
Yeah.
have problem breathing, walking upstairs, doing any
Yeah.
sort of physical activity
Yeah.
if it's work related.
it's horrible for you.
It's honestly just sad.
See, like
she's
I don't
she's not a model.
honestly, I don't care about who's. I don't look at models. I don't
Yeah.
look at magazines. I
No,
don't care who's
No,
on
we
them.
we don't care at all.
Yeah.
I don't like that they are making it seem like it is
It's such
good.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be seen as good. It's a health crisis.
It is.
And there's
Dude, it's like, what is it? Is it the number one killer? Like obesity?
Heart
and
disease.
Heart
It's
disease,
heart
right?
disease.
Which is connected
which
to
is
what?
super connected to obesity.
Yes, exactly.
And the levels of obesity in America are so high.
well, I mean,
And different people, it's way harder for them to get weight off. It's just
I
true.
understand that. Well,
Yeah.
I worked at a gym for a bit,
Yeah.
and there was a guy there who I don't know what the disease was called, but he
Yeah.
actually had a condition where he cannot lose weight. He
Oh,
was
there's
over
a- there's-
500 pounds.
Yeah.
Every day he
Whoa.
would be at the gym. He lost like his job, his wife because of like this disease,
Jeez.
and so we didn't charge him for a membership. He had to take
Really?
like public transit to get there, and he would come and work out. And there's no way he can even lose weight, and he was
Yeah.
still there, just trying to put in the effort.
Well,
What?
and there's
I
like
wonder what
I have
that
a
is.
lot of respect for that guy, and I try not to assume that these people are easily able to lose. Like for me, it's hard for me to talk because I can't gain weight if I want to.
I can't either.
I've tried to gain weight. I spent a while eating like I was like measuring the calories I had every day.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
trying to do at least I think it was like I was trying to hit like 3,500 calories a day,
Mhm.
and I was doing not like I wasn't working out hard because I was working a lot at the
Yeah.
time, so I didn't have much time. But I was doing like somewhere around like 50 push-ups and 50 sit-ups a day, just like
Okay.
something like to do muscle growth
Dude,
to try and.
It's not about like having a six pack or being super fit or going
Absolutely
and running
not.
17 miles. Most people
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to do that. Most
Absolutely not.
people-
I
and that's fine.
agree. It's just the.
Taking care of
It's
yourself.
the health and taking care of yourself and knowing that like
Oh, we got
you're
visitors.
one like if you had a here she is.
She come and say, yeah, yeah, something to add to the pod.
If you had one thing that was valued the highest, like if you could make like we obviously don't buy our human body, we're born with it.
Yeah.
But if you had to buy one, it would cost multiple millions of dollars.
Oh, you were gonna spec that baby out.
It would be
All the
maybe
I'd have
even
a dang
billions.
fat
No, like-
spoiler on the
Like
back.
no, I'm talking about just like your eyes.
My eyes.
Like eyes that all the like technology that would go into like recreating an eye would be absolutely
I would have
insane.
jet black eyes.
Yeah. Or like, what about like the new Avatar? Like
Dude, I haven't
The
seen
way
it
that-
yet.
Do
I
not
haven't seen
spoil
it
it.
yet.
Go see it. I
Don't
haven't
spoil
seen
it.
it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Oh.
it. Dude, it's runtime is 3 hours and 12 minutes.
So it's worth.
Is it really?
Bro. Okay.
I
Did
haven't
they?
seen it, but I want to go see it. It looks good.
I have a little tiny rant.
Did you know? Okay, did you know that what's the name of the director? There's going to be like
James
7
Cameron?
of them.
Is that James Cameron?
Cameron.
He's already filming 3 and
Yeah.
4
What?
years ago.
Damn.
He's trying to do like 6 or
Well,
7.
if it's
of
as visually stunning as the first one,
them.
then
Okay, let's hear your
my
rant.
rant is that I went on Fandango to buy a ticket
Okay.
to the movie, and it was a Friday night at 8, so it was like kind of prime time, but
Yeah.
still base price for tickets to a standard, not even IMAX, $18.50.
8.
No
Bro.
chart, no like
That's so much.
no tax or like the convenience BS.
Yeah, and what if you want to get a drink or
So it
a snack? It's a 3-hour movie. You're going to need some
so
fuel.
out the door it's like $22 for one ticket.
Uh-uh.
But I ruled it like okay. If the runtime is 3 hours,
Yeah.
that's less than $10 an hour.
Okay.
So I mean, any
Bro,
sort of
still.
entertainment that you go see, you're gonna be spending more than $10 an hour usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
I thought about. My dad told me that, and I was like, that's a little bit true.
He brought
yeah,
up
but
the
do you guys
the
remember
hour.
like
Yeah, he
when
brought up
movies
the hour.
were like
yeah.
super cheap? You go on a Tuesday and it was like a couple dollars.
They still have
Yeah,
that.
they still have the
Wait,
half
whoa,
price
do they?
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like $5. Go watch a movie. Everything's getting so expensive.
Dude,
like and it's
everything.
not actually though. Like it really is easier to make more money these days. Like if you go
Yeah.
to McDonald's, they give you like $300 just for starting, and then they give
your
you
sign-on bonus.
yeah, and then they give you like what is it, like at least $15 an hour at
Yeah.
McDonald's. When
Have you-
I was in high school, it was $7.25.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
dude.
$7.25. You're,
Oh,
you're getting
man.
double the money at McDonald's, and now you're getting like
Yeah. What's going on?
she's leaving.
We gotta.
What's that
That's our visitor window.
Yeah.
Where's she
Okay.
going?
Visited. She's going to we're going to a party tonight, and you guys got here 2 hours late, so
Bro, we ran
you
17 miles.
Come on, dog.
Dude, and Gus
Straight
was
up.
like, we'll be done in 2.5 hours. It's
Yeah.
like, bro, it's going to be 4 hours.
I didn't realize how long.
He's like, nah, bro, we're going to
I thought
That's
we
a
did
long
I
way to
thought-
run.
I thought we did 15 and 2.5, so I was like, it should only be like
We did 15 and
2:45.
3.5.
that.
So we added, yeah.
I got that messed
we,
up.
we crushed it today. But yeah, back to
Chandler, back to you. We
Yeah,
we didn't
okay,
really.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we
yeah.
introduced
ask me
you.
whatever you want.
We introduced you, but we really didn't like.
Yeah,
like
so-
where the frick do you come from?
Yeah,
what
is your
what do you
deal?
kind of do?
What's your deal?
What's my deal? What's
I
my
mean,
deal?
I've known you for the better part of like
Professional poker player.
a decade.
So Chandler is a professional poker player.
Yeah.
We met him at the table.
Yep.
That's not true at all. What do you actually do?
I'm a wedding planner.
Wedding planner.
Yeah, not actually.
So your own or what?
Not actually.
Not
that's
actually.
just a joke.
It's a
He's
joke.
unemployed.
Actually, work at Cookout.
Unemployed and he plans his own wedding.
I'm
He's
planning my
not. He
wedding
doesn't
to
have.
myself.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a girlfriend.
He's been
Doesn't
planning-
know any
yeah.
women. No.
You know,
Okay.
just-
No. Let's get
Okay,
serious.
yeah.
Let's get
so
serious.
so where did I come from? I met Gus how many years ago? 10 years.
At
ago?
least
Something
10,
like that?
because
At least
I actually
10.
met your brother
Oh,
Alec
dang, that's
before
crazy.
you.
Actually, had no
What?
idea you
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
brother. This is my first
You
time
didn't?
knowing you had a brother. Is
Yeah,
he
we have a
older or
brother.
younger?
No, he's younger.
How
he
old?
He's 25. He lives in Chicago.
No way.
He's
Mhm.
got 2 kids, third on
What?
the way. Yeah, dude.
Dang.
He's living his life.
I met him at the start of his rap career.
His rap career, the rap arc.
And then
Yeah.
I didn't even know, he didn't even tell me he had a brother. And then I
Yeah.
met you like kind of through people at
Okay.
at a local coffee shop.
Yeah, just hanging out, friends and stuff. But yeah,
Mhm.
so you and I have known each other forever. Have a lot of similar interests, working
True.
out, stuff like that. And then I'm kind of at this place in life where I work for a wedding venue, kind of create my own schedule. So that's dope.
That
in
is
the
awesome.
sense of like,
Yeah, your job sounds
yeah, dude,
really
okay, so
rad.
my
It's
job was honestly awesome. Coming out of college, got a bunch of different job offers for different companies.
So what'd
some
you go to
really
college
attractive
for?
offers. Finance.
Okay.
So people love that when I'm like talking about the venue and they're like, "Oh, we're going to get married at this pretty place." And it's like, "Yeah, I went to college for finance and now I'm going to sell you a wedding
Yeah.
or I'm going to be your planner." But basically my role is I manage the staff and then I'm over all the sales and
Which,
contracts.
funny thing, I was part of the staff
yes,
at
he
one
was.
point.
He was part of the staff.
For,
Guess
a,
what? For
a
like
good,
2 weeks.
A good few. Nah, dude, it was like 4 months.
It was like 4 months.
It was like
Okay.
4 months.
Yeah.
It was a
But-
fun little job.
Yeah,
It was fun. I started working there because all the boys worked there,
Yeah, we had our whole friend group.
and I was like, this is gonna be.
That's
party.
kind of okay. So when I used to work at Jersey Mike's, me and a couple of my really close friends worked there, and I thought it was gonna be so awesome. And the nights we worked together, it was.
Yeah.
But the way it was scheduled, usually since we were like the best 3 there, it was one
don't
of
get
us
to work with
working,
them,
and then the
yeah.
other 2 would be off, and so like we would never work together because we were all good at it.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that. Yeah.
But I don't know, you
And I
guys.
think
You
worked,
guys
I
worked at
worked
the
at
same
Jersey
time.
I worked at Jersey Mike's too.
Yeah.
the
And
mics.
dude, that while I worked there, that place was a goddamn party. We had a basketball hoop in the back on the
Yeah.
door.
Oh.
Our store was so not busy that we would have like one-on-ones. We would have like
Oh, there you go.
King of the Hills going on back there.
See, and we worked at I worked at a store that was only like 15 miles away, and it was busy. So like we didn't have that
Okay.
culture of like
Yeah.
trying to figure out what to do when no one was coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And that store you worked at now is a lot busier.
It is.
Yeah, it's a lot
It's
different
crazy
now.
because it didn't really pop off. I mean,
Apartments came in.
the apartment. I was there when the apartments popped up,
Okay.
and it really didn't like change the business that much. And then I see like the slow growth.
Yeah.
Well,
has
dude, I was
started.
gonna say everyone's moving down this way.
Yeah.
How could it not like blow up?
Dude, the Raleigh, the triangle. Was it Raleigh Durham? Is it
The
Cary?
RTP.
yeah.
Raleigh Durham Cary.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I guess so.
Wait,
yeah, that's
RTP
right.
is Research Triangle Park.
Yeah, and
That's
it's basically
like-
Cary,
But yeah,
Raleigh,
yeah.
Durham.
Yeah, this place is. If
Blowing
you're
up.
listening in New Jersey, just stay in New Jersey.
Yeah,
the
don't-
amount
let's just
of
say,
people,
let's just say
the
Do
that.
amount
not
of people who
come.
Or
come
New
down
York,
here
or New
for
York. Even though
weddings.
you're from New York, stay. You need to go back.
Yeah, honestly, Tyler.
We can ring you in for the pod.
All right, yeah, I'll go back.
You've been here for long enough.
But
guy. You count.
I have to say, we wouldn't be here doing this podcast if it wasn't for Jersey Mike's.
That's true.
No.
You
Because
wouldn't have met
I
your
met
girlfriend.
your sister, Avery, my girlfriend, from Jersey Mike's. She was my manager.
This is so
Bro.
funny.
But she came to my store.
Your
So I was like,
manager.
there was a store I'd been working at for like 2-3 years.
Oh.
And I took a little bit off
You were-
on my freshman year of college. And I came back, and all of a sudden there was this new assistant manager.
Well,
you were her little
dude, you
sub
don't
pig.
you don't know that. Maybe you do know this, but Avery used to hang out with me like a couple times a week.
Yeah, I know.
And she was like, "Oh,
yeah.
there's this guy I like," and a friend of ours. We would never call you by Tyler. It was
Yeah.
always like TJ or Trevor.
yeah,
Any T
yeah,
word, Taylor.
yeah.
Any T word we could think of, or T name, we'd
Yeah.
be like, call him this.
I know, but it's just a crazy thing, like how stuff works. Like my job at Jersey Mike's, and now we're doing a podcast.
The pod.
I remember the first time you showed up. I think I was.
You
telling,
told
I
me
was,
this
I was
other day.
telling
we
her
were
Oh,
on the
yeah,
pod.
yeah.
yeah. This man, listen, this.
The
Yeah,
first
let's
time you
hear. I want to hear your side of it
This
because
is
I wasn't.
crazy.
I didn't know about it at the time.
So we live on the outskirts of Raleigh. It's a pretty rural area,
Yeah.
and we live in a cul-de-sac, kind of deep in.
Okay.
And we don't we don't
Deep
get
in-
we don't get many visitors
Yeah?
really ever. The only
Okay.
visitor is the occasional like Amazon Prime truck
Yeah, yeah.
or FedEx, UPS, you name it. Just a
Okay.
delivery guy, and that's it. Especially not at night either.
Okay.
And I was going to bed and I had my blinds open, and I currently actually live. I think we explained this, but I live in here,
You live in the
and I
depot.
live on the other side of this
Yeah.
wall. And it's facing the driveway that T-Bone, Mr. T-Bone, decided to pull into around 11 p.m. on a school night. And I was laying in my bed, like my head faces the window,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and
it's
I was
going through your
trying to go to
head.
bed, and I had it completely dark. My blinds were like kind of cracked, and then your old car's lights were just like
Dude, I
Gus
put
is
some
like, what the
mega
hell is
bright-
I
going
put
on?
some bright HIDs in
some
that car.
some
Okay.
retardedly
I had
bright
really bright
lights.
headlights.
And the driveway like lines up with my face just right.
Just right. Okay.
like
so,
like if a car pulls in, which his was low, so it went right into my eyes.
yeah, freaking spotlight.
Like I had
Yeah.
my eyes closed, and then they just lit up. I was like, "What is going on?" And then I
What is-
looked out my window, and it was a car I'd never seen before.
yeah.
So
I'm
you
like-
thought,
I'm like, "This is."
so you're getting robbed.
So my adrenaline went a little bit, and I was like, I was like, something's going on because it was
So
real
what'd you
late
do?
at night too.
Yeah,
I was like,
okay.
It was probably like 10:30.
on a school night.
Gus is like too late.
That was on a school night.
Okay.
And so, me being me, I'm like, like I start thinking, I'm like, okay, they're here. What are they trying to do? What are they trying to do? And I sat there for probably like 5 minutes contemplating what they do. And your mind, when your adrenaline's going, it thinks a worst case
yeah.
case
Oh
scenario.
yeah, of course.
So this guy's gonna freaking rob us.
Yeah, and Tyler's just trying to plan a wet one.
And I'm like, why? Did he? Yeah. And so I grabbed the shoddy out
Yeah.
my room, and I go out the side door, go all the way around, like no one
Just
could see me,
full on,
no one
dude.
could hear me. I was like,
Mission Impossible.
yeah,
You were
yeah,
ready,
it
bro.
was Mission Impossible, and I like there was some cars lined up deep in the driveway, and I kind of like slithered around them
With your
so
shot.
no one could see me, and then I kind of pulled up next to your car. I was not aiming anything at you,
Yeah.
but it was facing your direction, just at the ground.
Low ready.
Low ready.
Yeah.
I was at a
Yeah.
low ready,
Okay.
and I probably sat there for 15 minutes, just because the car was on, but no
Yeah.
activity.
Yeah.
And the
Mhm.
window I couldn't see inside
Yeah.
until someone.
It was a tiny car
Yeah,
with no
some-
lights on the inside.
someone
so-
someone turned on a light. It must have been a flashlight or something.
Yeah.
And I saw you, dude. I actually, funny thing, I thought you were like some really fat guy at first.
Really?
Like the angle, I was like, who is this giant like
That's
guy?
funny.
In this little tiny car, just
And then
Tyler
and
pushing
then I looked
350.
to his left and I saw my sister, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
You're like, why is
I was
Bob
like, you
with this
kidnapped her!
fat
You
guy?
kidnapped her! And I shot his door.
That's so funny.
And then after I saw it, I retreated back,
Yeah.
closed the blinds, went to bed.
That
Crisis averted.
is so funny.
But it was funny because it was the first interaction I ever.
Yeah.
I didn't have an interaction with you, but it was the first
Yeah.
time I ever saw you.
Well, that was like when I come to. I mean, I haven't now at this point like 3 years come to like a new girlfriend's house, but that I always liked to introduce myself because I felt like it was a
Yeah,
weird
for
thing.
sure.
It was a weird thing to just like take the girl out. And every time I've ever gone to pick up a girl, like my whole life, the parents just happened to not be there. And so I didn't get to introduce myself. And like
Okay.
I walk up to the door, like hand, I'm like, okay,
Yeah, you're
right
sweaty,
hand,
palms
right hand,
sweaty.
it's ready to shake some hands.
Little
And then it's always just
adrenaline
the girl,
going.
like, okay, my parents aren't home, so let's go. And then I have to like,
Yeah.
I get back, and then I have to introduce myself, and it's like,
And then it's late at
because
night,
I
on
always
school
wanted to be,
night.
I always wanted to be like this upstanding gentleman who was like ready to.
Yeah.
I'm Tyler,
Yeah.
nice to meet you,
Firm hamstring.
I
I think your
never-
hat was backwards too. That was a huge red.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
because. So I want to talk about the backwards hat thing because I never liked when people wore their hat backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like
then
it
you
always
became that
bothered
guy.
me.
Look at what's going on right now.
Yeah,
We all got forward hats,
yeah, because we
But-
know how to wear a hat.
Yeah,
but
we're gentlemen.
I
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
like baseball hats very much. But
Okay.
I wear one almost every day.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever seen
Ugh.
you without a hat unless you're going to like a fancy dinner.
I
Like the other night, you
don't
didn't wear a
like
hat. It's like, whoa. Who
I
is that?
don't like baseball hats because I don't really like the brim unless it's sunny. So when it's not sunny, I don't want the brim like constantly in my vision. So I just put it backwards. It's not like a style thing at all. It's like
Comfort.
I don't want this brim in my face, but I
Okay.
want to wear a hat so my hair isn't in my face.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about my face, really. Like the hat is 100%
Always
my
about
face.
the face.
I don't want the hair in my face, but I'm not willing to cut it short enough that it can't go in my face. And then if I put it backwards, everything's solved. No
Okay.
hair in my face, no
Mhm.
brim in my face.
Yeah.
It's just a hat on controlling my hair. And I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
really
yeah.
like beanies that much because that would be like the easy solution to that. But I think the beanies are kind of like a weird like. I
Dude,
wear
it's gotta
a
be the right
beanie.
weather for a beanie.
It's got to be the
Gonna
right
say.
weather, yeah. And then they're like, I could wear one of those like old messenger hats, but those are kind of funky, and they don't fit my like
What's
generation.
an old messenger hat?
I think, like
Dude,
you know, the
they're
paper boys used to
sick.
have the little hats with the little tiny short brim, and they were like just kind of
I
like.
could see Tyler rocking one of those.
I could if I was a little older, but
yeah.
I'm just a little young for that. So,
Okay.
and I can't wear like a cowboy hat or a
You
real
could.
like a real
Honestly,
hat.
your
Have you guys
feet-
watched Yellowstone? Yeah, with your
fit
look,
is
dude, you look
always cowboy hat ready.
Yeah,
if you
but
put
I
one of those
always
hats on,
I
you look
hoodie,
can't
vest,
commit.
boots.
I can't commit to the cowboy hat.
You
I
could
couldn't do
start
it.
with a small
Bro.
one. You start with a
I-
the
miniature.
little one. We'll like wear like a
a
fedora.
Yeah,
But
just-
that's so European. I can't do that. So it's just
yeah, no, you
it's
gotta
just
commit.
baseball cap is the easiest,
Mhm.
most like the least offensive thing to wear, and I don't like the brim in my face, so I'm constantly wearing just a backwards baseball hat.
Okay.
And that was the one thing I used to not like when I used to see people wearing backwards baseball hats. I'm like, oh, oh my gosh, what is he doing?
How could you
Yeah,
do
yeah.
I know. I used to yell at people. Well, I didn't yell at them, but I yelled at them in my head. I'm like, it's not even effective. Why would
Me
you?
too.
Why
me
would
too.
you
I'm
wear
like,
a
why
hat?
do you even have a hat on? It's not.
Yeah,
The
that-
hat
the
is
whole-
to block the
the
sun.
whole purpose is the sun. You
Yeah.
know? No, I was exactly
utility.
right with you. And now it's all about my hair. I don't like to make my hair. My hair is the most ornery set of follicles and fibers you've ever
You
seen.
freaking tell me.
Dude, but you're a greaser. When you get
I have
when
to.
you dress up, you look good and
So, okay.
I'm like, damn, this dude's like,
When I was
Straight out the
when I
grease.
was in high school, I wasn't allowed to wear a hat, so I had to just do my hair every day. And I kept
Okay.
it shorter than it is now. And what I would do is I would put this like pomade like
Yeah.
stuff in it, and I would have it come like kind of up and over, and I would add as much volume as I could with it. And it was a lot of work every single morning.
yeah.
And then by the end of the day, it would like fall flat on my face and make me look like I was emo or
Mhm.
something. And with
Did
the
you
length it is right now, the only option to get it to last all day
Hat.
is to grease it back.
yeah,
Why,
but it looks
um,
good.
Oh,
I don't
why-
mind the look anymore because I think I'm like a little bit older now, and it like kind of
yeah.
just for some reason works. But I've got this like Harry's gel that I use now, and I never wanted gel because I didn't want like the hard hair, but it's the only option.
I was gonna ask, why didn't they allow you to wear hats at school?
It
Public
was
schools don't allow that.
yeah,
right?
it's,
Really?
it's like a rule. I
Yeah.
think they don't want you to be able to cover your face in the cameras. Honestly,
yeah.
Oh,
they want to be able
Tyler's
to see
gonna be
you.
starting fights.
Yeah,
yeah.
All right,
and
so
you couldn't wear like anything that was like gang colors or anything with like any
Gang
profanity.
color?
Yeah, dude.
Like
it's
red?
Seriously, at my school, at the
Where
school
did
I
you
went
go?
to, Garner High School.
Oh, dude, Gardner, there's fights every day there,
yeah,
bro.
there were. I remember we had a pep rally one time, and these girls started yanking the weave out of each other's hair.
Yeah,
I
they
couldn't
take out the
believe it.
earrings and they go at
Yeah.
it, bro.
They were one dove over other people, like dove over
Oh
and
my
started
God.
boom, 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 like, and she was like falling over people, just busting
Bro,
up
bro.
this other girl.
So I was downtown. This is probably a couple months ago, and this girl starts yelling at this other girl, and all of a sudden she comes up to her and just hits her, and shoves her into a wall. And this girl goes down, can't get. She starts
Yeah.
kicking her, and I was like,
Dude,
"What?"
Dude, girls,
These-
girls are
girls
honestly, they're
fight's
more
crazy.
aggro than we
no,
are.
these girls who are willing to fight are the most
They are scary.
scary people
Oh,
ever.
dude, I
Because
don't
the
even wanna make
guys
eye
that fight
contact.
don't usually kill each other.
No.
And the girls sometimes can't, but they would.
Oh, dude.
They're trying
Yeah.
their
To
very
death.
hardest
to the
to
death.
kill.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder if they know they can't, so they're trying to.
Dude, sometimes they do, though.
Yeah, I
They
was gonna
could.
say, they
Like,
could.
Because people die in fights a lot of times from, like, the 2 hits.
Yeah,
So, like, you get hit enough to get knocked out,
and you go down, hit your
and
head,
then you go
can
down and you
die.
hit your head on the ground enough to get knocked
Oh,
out.
dude.
That
Dude,
one,
you're a goner.
two
That would be
is
such
like,
a dumb way to die.
it's a very easy way to die, though. If you get
Yeah.
2 hits that are big enough to give you, like, full
to
concussion.
knock you out, and when you go down and hit the head, you can die. It's crazy.
So, like, the first hit definitely wouldn't kill you, and the second hit wouldn't. But for some reason, when you get 1, 2,
Mhm.
it's, like, very easy to just pass.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
That's why, like, and then your life is over.
Yeah.
That's
Stupid
why
bar
you
fight and
always
your
have
life
to
is
be
over.
drunk, so you can stay flaccid.
Flaccid. You don't want to be
I
hard.
just go through my life drunk.
That always at where a drunk person will get in a car accident, nothing will happen
Nothing
to them
happens,
because
and
they're
they
all
kill
they're
the
all
family
they're
of
all
4.
yeah, they're all super loose, and the family
Yeah.
of 4 is not super loose.
Well, there's all those stories about there's
Yes.
all those stories about the drunk people getting into car accidents and
Surviving.
living only because they were drunk and they were
Yeah.
their heart rate was low and
Mhm.
they're like they weren't bleeding
They
out.
didn't
Maybe-
know.
weren't,
They
Maybe
didn't
we need
know
to be
they were
drunk
getting
everywhere we
accident.
drive.
they were super calm. There was not a spike of adrenaline like there should have been, and so they just
Mhm.
lived, which is like they probably got into the accident because they were drunk. So it's like not a good reason to drink and drive, but it also
I don't know, dude. The roadie, just have it right there. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
the
I'm
roadie.
kidding. Yeah.
no. Drinking and driving is one of those things. Like when I'm on, so I grew up on like a decent amount of property,
Mhm.
and we have like a little backhoe
Yeah.
with and I can link up like the trailer that I bring behind my actual truck.
Okay.
And that's how I learned how to like back a trailer and stuff,
Mhm.
was just on my property. So you could do whatever you want on your property.
So
And
have a couple brewskis and back
I've
up the
been-
trailer.
I've been blasted out of my mind before, and it's usually when we're like just like back in the woods doing something. I brought like a bunch of stuff on the trailer back into the woods, and then I remember that like I was just driving this tractor up through the woods through this little trail
It's
perfectly,
fun, right?
perfectly,
Dude,
and
it's-
coursing through the trail like there's
You
no
thought
issues.
it was perfectly.
It was. I didn't hit anything, and
Okay,
it's like
okay.
thin. And then I like back it up into the spot, and I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, I could do this. And I never have.
Yeah.
Like I never have, but I'm like, wow.
Dude, yeah, I went through a phase where I'm not proud of this, but used to get pretty lit up and then drive.
Really?
I will say there's something about it that's a little freeing,
Curse you.
but it's
So-
not good. Like you should have never do it. I am not.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
pro drinking driving.
So,
if I drink,
I
I don't
am.
drive anymore.
Even the legal limit feels like a lot sometimes.
Oh, it can be. Yeah, and
And-
you can
and-
still get arrested.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
if
sure.
you blow anything and they saw you like swerving,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
going to jail.
Well, it still can be like.
Yeah, it can still
yeah.
be. It's still illegal. That's just the
But-
legal limit.
But the legal limit, I've been driving like below the legal limit. Like I had two drinks at dinner, and it's been an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way I'm above the legal limit.
Yeah.
And I'm driving like as far as I know, fine. And I'm just like, how can you drive like fully intoxicated?
Oh, bro, you can't. But there's something about it. It's something
Oh
that's
my
like,
God.
you guys ever been high and driven? It's like
Oh,
everything's in
see-
slow motion. You're just like,
Yeah. Again. So okay.
dude, not a care in the world. Again, I'm not pro using drugs or drinking
So
and driving.
there's
But there is something that's like,
all three of us
Little
have been
free.
all three of us have been to Busco Beach, which is
yeah.
which is a 10,000 acre pretty
Oh,
much
I've
just
been to
sand.
Busco.
It's all sand, mud, and water. That's it. And woods. And
I own Busco.
I've been riding
Freaking
I've been riding
man.
dirt bikes since I was a very little kid.
Me too.
And I have been it's fine. You're
Hammered.
allowed through the rules of the place to drink and then drive. The only rule is you can't be drinking while driving, and people still do.
I'm sure it's fun though to get
It-
lit up and drive a motorcycle.
So
like,
so
how's that not fun?
beer 1 through 4, I start to get really confident, and so I'm like taking more risk, so I'm riding a little harder.
Mhm.
And then past that, it starts to get like I slow down because I get a little nervous. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, my reaction time is so low. But beer like 4 is this sweet spot where you're just
Ooh,
like,
where you can conquer the world.
it's like I remember being like at least
open
4
throttle,
like 4 to 6 feet in the air, just flying through the air, and I'm going pretty fast, and I'm like my bike can handle that pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like people who like really know how to ride could go way higher, and like
Okay.
it's a professional bike kind of like
Yeah.
like people
I've
who
seen
are
your bike. You have a
real
nice bike.
real riders could be like soaring through the air, but like me like who
So
just,
I would be soaring. That's what I mean.
yeah. But I just like that feeling of like the wind coming through your like jersey, which is just like the
sea
thin
is
material.
clear.
It's just so
Bro,
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
saw-
Hi, Busco.
I saw this video, this TikTok star getting arrested for DUI, and they
Yeah.
like, she was just asleep in her car, and they like knocked on the window,
That-
Bro.
and she
That pisses me off.
she like locked it, and then
Why's
they
it
got
piss
it
you off?
open, got her out, and they're like, "Ma'am, how much have you had to drink tonight?" She's like, 3 a.m. They just
No.
cuffed her.
If you're sitting in your car, like if you go drinking in a bar and the bar closes, they kick you out, and you sleep in your car, and they
and you get arrested.
a
That's
cop,
bullshit.
a cop can give you a DUI for that.
Well,
if
not
you
if it's-
have the
if it's-
keys, if
what
you
if
have the
it-
keys and you're sitting in the driver's seat, it's worse.
Oh
So-
yeah.
So if you have the option,
Oh, I've done that. So good thing I've never got a DUI.
if you
for
have
that.
the option, which it doesn't even necessarily forgive you. But if you have the option, it's best to get in the back seat if you have one, or the passenger seat, which still doesn't completely.
Bro,
like,
if you're blasted, you ain't thinking anything except for nap time.
yeah, but if you can try, like, get in the back of your car, don't be in the driver's seat, and put the keys in the glove box or something. Like, make it obvious to
But
a
you're
court,
not driving.
because
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cop
yeah.
might still try and charge you.
My mom said she was coming back. That's what I would say.
Yeah, she's coming back.
mom
Yeah,
coming for me.
yeah. No, but
Mom, are you gonna
just
pick me
don't
up?
make it look at all to a
Please.
court at all like
Like
you're
you were
trying
going
to
to
drive.
drive,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy, the kind of
Oh.
stuff. I had a friend who so he was buying alcohol for somebody who was underage,
Ooh.
but it was near NC State, right? So
Was it you?
No, it wasn't me. But it was my
Confession time?
roommate.
Okay.
He was buying alcohol for my other friend who's underage, and he was like about to be 21.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those things where it's like he's just like, I want some Twisted Tea and I can't get it. Can
The
you get me
Twiz.
some? He bought him a 12-pack of Twisted Tea, right?
Yeah.
And they walk back out, and it's like he makes it too obvious that he's handing him alcohol and a receipt. and then this pickup truck, this Ford pickup truck, pulls up. These two guys with
ALE?
flannels,
Yeah,
ALE,
Yeah.
get out, and they start yelling at him. He's shared me
Oh,
like a
dang.
video about. He recorded a little bit,
So they're yelling at him?
yelling at him like, give me, and then it gets heated, and he's like, I'm not doing anything wrong. What am I doing wrong? It's not his alcohol, it's mine. Like, he's just saying this stuff, which he's a very like combative person, and he probably could have gotten around it by just being like
Yeah.
super submissive to these cops.
Yeah.
But he was never being like aggressive.
Okay.
He recorded it, so I know.
Yeah.
He was being very high energy, which is probably scary if you're a police officer, because you don't know what this person's
Mhm.
gonna do, and he's a bigger dude. But he ended up getting tackled to the ground for
Oh,
asking what he did wrong, and it was this whole thing, it was
Yeah.
kind of crazy. It ended up getting dropped.
Okay, well, that's good, at
But it
least.
was like months that he was waiting.
yeah,
He went to
huge
like
ordeal.
3 times. He went to court. He was like nervous. He's a good dude. Like,
Yeah.
he's never like he bought alcohol for his like almost 21-year-old friend, and it was a 12-pack of Twisted Tea that friend was going to go drink themselves. Like, it wasn't like he was funding some party
Yeah,
or
it's
doing some
not-
big
yeah.
thing or like giving him a keg. It was like it was one of those things that was just nothing turned into so much.
Yeah.
And that was crazy.
That
I
is-
mean,
yeah.
and I never like to buy alcohol for my underage friends, because like when you're
I don't do it.
just
Yeah.
barely 21 and your friend is 20, it doesn't feel like there's any difference. So you're
No.
like, yeah, I'll buy you some Twisted Tea. Like,
It doesn't matter.
like it's not that big of a
Please.
deal. Like, I can get some, you can't. You're gonna go home and drink it. I know for a fact you're not gonna get hurt or kill yourself. It's like we care
Yeah.
about this dude. Like we know
Yeah.
him. And he bought him some alcohol, and it was like not. It just turned into so much.
Yeah.
I remember when the charges got dropped, we were so excited.
Yeah, I'm sure. So buying alcohol for people that are underage, I have a story.
Okay.
I was like 21, maybe 22, and I get invited. Oh, my brother is always getting us into trouble. So we hear about this party, and we go and I buy a shit ton of alcohol
Oh my god.
for friends that are like 19 and 20,
Yeah.
and we're going to this party that is all the way out in Mebane, North Carolina. Do you guys know where Mebane is?
Yeah. Yeah.
So where I live, it's like an hour, 15-minute drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're
it's a
driving
lot. It's a
out to this
ways.
place that's supposed to be just this rager summer party. And like we can't even find the dress. We finally show up,
Yeah.
and there is like over 1,000 kids there.
Oh my God!
And
I thought you
there's
were gonna
just
say
like
there was
no,
like
there's
3
this
kids.
big
Yeah, yeah.
barn. There's this big barn.
What the heck?
And people are just like going off in the woods to fuck. Like there's drugs everywhere. People are drinking. They have a DJ. It is crazy. I'm like,
Yeah.
how in the world does this even happen? And there's some like old dude walking around. He's like, yeah, I own this farm, and I just like let you guys do this once a year. yeah, straight up. So like me, like I've never even really been like drunk at this point. Like
Yeah.
I've never used anything. My brother's like smoking weed. People are doing lines. I'm like, this is crazy. Like you can
Yeah.
see people having sex like not that far away.
That's insane.
Dude, it gets crazier. And so we're all at this point lit up, right? Because
Yeah.
I supply a ton of alcohol. So like just our friend group.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, dude, people just start running like a swarm. I'm like,
Cops?
what is going on? Yeah, and they'd be like, the cops are here.
Yeah.
Dude, we get in the car. My friend drove this little two-seater Honda. So my brother and I are sitting on the trunk, holding on to each other, and there's just hundreds of people running in the road, and you can see cop lights. They're burying the road. So we are driving in a cornfield, holding on. I had a little spoiler on the back. We're sitting there, and people are just running like crazy.
You were driving through a cornfield?
Yeah, straight up. And like, dude, these cops are like tackling kids and like holding everyone up. And we literally like had to break through this barrier and just take off.
That's so crazy.
It was terrifying, but it was fun too.
Who snitched?
Who knows? Probably the neighbors. Dude.
Yeah, just noise complaint. It can start as a noise
Mebane,
complaint.
bro?
Loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody lives in Mebane.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
when you have 1,000 kids show up,
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is nuts. We need to throw one like that.
you want to throw a rager
Yeah.
at the depot? Pack
Except
1,000 people
I would,
in here?
if I was gonna throw a real rager at this point, I would ID for sure. 100% ID.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
I would not let anybody underage.
You
If
gotta
I
get.
was-
Well, you gotta have a little risk.
because you can't get that in trouble if you don't have anybody
well, if it's
underage.
private property, they can't do anything about it. For underage.
Well,
drinking.
there's a sound ordinance here, so it starts
Okay.
at 11 p.m. I think. So there's like a sound ordinance if you're over a
What?
certain level.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it really
We
a sound
play-
ordinance here?
this
yeah.
band paid me to play guitar with them, and we did an Oktoberfest party.
Yeah.
And there was like 1,200 people, 1,500 people.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was up
Uh-huh.
at Duke. This fraternity put it on.
Yeah.
And they ID'd everyone who came in,
Yeah.
put X's on their hands because they were renting the property,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone just spit on their hands, wiped out the
Yeah,
X's.
yeah,
and
yeah.
drank.
But still, the fact that you were doing that protects you a lot.
It does.
All
It
right,
does.
guys, I have to pee.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pee.
How long did that take?
You gonna
That
feel like a
it's
racehorse?
an hour.
You lasted pretty long.
This is the longest I've ever lasted. I have the tiniest bladder.
I'm very
I do
proud.
not have a podcast bladder
I'm
at
very
all.
proud.
Yeah.
You
I'm
gotta
developing
work
it.
on that.
I'm developing it slowly.
I'm working on it, but it's
Maybe just don't drink when we're on the pod.
That's true. You
Not
do, you do go.
possible.
You go through it.
yeah, I suck them down.
You suck them down. Suck 'em
All right,
off.
well, honestly, there's enough of us. I can just leave,
You can absolutely leave.
and then you guys keep going.
What are you talking? Where would you go?
He's gonna
To
go
pee.
pee, bro.
Oh,
It's not a group affair.
all right. Go pee.
Yeah, okay,
why are
guys.
you waiting?
Watch this.
Dang, that's crazy.
Wait, Chandler, hit the mic crotch for me.
In my crotch,
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
Oh my god.
Absolutely crazy.
So tell me more about the Duke party.
About the Duke party, dude. It was the first time I felt like a rock star.
Really? Yeah.
I had
and
this-
you've been doing music.
I've
for
been
a
playing
while.
music since I was like 15, 16, playing
Mhm.
gigs and stuff. And there was like people that would put the stuff on their phone, like hold it up, like "Kiss me, it's my birthday," like this song request, like "What's your phone number?" And it was one of those moments, like the adrenaline was so crazy.
Yeah.
We had this stage rush, dude, and like
Uh-huh.
when we got off the stage afterwards, it looked like this. From people just like jumping
Oh my god,
and
really?
yeah. So there's
Was
this
it like
gay
a
dude.
bummy? Was it like a bummy stage?
No, dude, it was like a professional stage that they rented. They paid like $1,000 for. But when you put 200 people on a stage,
Yeah.
and people are just jumping, it was so much fun. And then this dude stole my shirt. So this man gets up on the stage and grabs me and he's like, "You know what the problem is with this fucking party?" And I'm just like, I'm playing guitar, right? And he's like, "Look out there, everyone is white and heterosexual." And I was like, "Okay, bro."
Was he not white and gay?
He's white and gay. And he's like, "Please tell me you're homosexual." And I was like,
Of course he goes to you. Of course he goes to you, bro.
Screw you. And I'm like, "Bro, you're absolutely right, but I'm straight." And he's like, "Damn it!" And then like hops off the stage. I was like,
Doesn't
and
he
then
know he's at like a private Catholic school?
Yeah, I don't know. And then he runs off with my shirt because I wear wife beaters and I had like
Yeah.
a button down there
He
taken off.
tore it off you.
Yeah, it was on the stage. But, dude, it was so fun because I'd be like, "Hey, I need a cigarette." And people would run up to the stage and, like, try and give me cigarettes. Like, I need a drink. It was so much fun. It was just one of those times, like, I was like, I felt like a rock star.
Yeah.
And, again, like, I've been playing music forever. I played in one band where we almost got signed to Sony Music.
Really?
And, like, yeah. This was in, like, my early
Which band
20s.
was that?
Sea of Tranquility. It was like a music video up and stuff. It got, like, 35,000
Oh, I
views.
know. I know all
Damn.
about it.
Yeah. And we almost got signed. We were supposed to fly up to New York to do a demo, and then band drama and stuff happened. It didn't work out.
Dude, That is the thing from the outside, my outside perspective, seeing you go from band to band to band. There's always, no matter what band you're in, there's
Dude,
always some sort
there's
of drama.
always
Well, look at
drama,
like
it's bad.
Creedence Clearwater Revival, one of the
Yeah.
like regarded best bands of all time. They went
CCR.
for what, like 3 years,
Yeah.
or maybe it was more than that, but it was still like it was less than 10.
Yeah. It's
and
like,
they've made some of the most like iconic songs ever, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
they just couldn't stay together.
bro, music is such like a spiritual experience, and you're communicating your story, and it's an art, and every musician has the biggest ego, and like they all want
Yeah.
the attention on them.
There are also a lot of eccentric people are some of the best
Oh,
musicians.
yeah, for sure. And it's like you're doing drugs, you're drinking, you're creating this art. You get up on stage, dude, there's something about being on stage when people come up to you and like
Mm-hmm.
treat you like you're a god.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, like you're so amazing. I want to be your friend. I want to give you alcohol. Like I want you to play
Yeah.
again. Like I want your phone number. Like women are like, hey, I want you to sleep with me. It's a weird experience.
Yeah.
And you play with people, and it gets to a point where like you just start butting heads. Like unless you're in the right group,
Yeah.
it's not gonna last. It always comes down to who's better, or hey, this person's a better singer, or
Yeah,
a better
with
guitarist.
almost every band. It seems like
Oh yeah.
if they're not like lifelong friends that started
Yeah.
it, then,
Oh, yeah.
then they're
Even
like,
sometimes if they are.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, it gets to you. The money, it even forget the money. Just drugs, alcohol, and women is enough to
Yeah.
split any friendship.
Well, it's God,
Yeah.
glory, and power. Those are the
Yeah.
3 things. Or God, glory, and guns.
GGG.
Yeah,
GGG.
GGG. That's like, and the guns are kind of like the power, and then the glory is the women and the fame, and the
Mhm.
and the God is religion or like whatever belief system you have.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's like what controls everything.
yeah.
I learned that from my 7th grade history teacher.
Really?
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You kept that for this long?
Yeah, she was cool. Miss
Wow.
Ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a good teacher.
She was
I
awesome.
don't think
I was
I
gonna say.
don't remember anything.
I have a couple teachers that I will take what they taught me with me for the rest of my
The
life.
rest of your life.
But I've had 12 years of public school plus kindergarten, so like 13 plus 4 years, like 7. I had almost like 18 years worth of schooling,
yeah.
and I probably have 2 to 3 teachers that I will take with me for the rest of my life. Like teachers these days,
Get
and then
paid
in
shit.
college, none of them.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
If I could go back, I wouldn't even have gone to college because
Yeah.
I don't know a single lesson or teacher who I
Yeah.
walked away. There may be one teacher, one professor. Professor Graham
Yeah.
actually impacted my life.
Okay.
But besides that, there is nothing that I remember.
And that was
or
4
I
years,
had-
right?
It's 4 years of school.
Yeah.
I had a couple professors in college that I thought were really cool people.
Yeah.
But I respect them and I like what they did and I learned from them, but not like those life-changing people. And
Yeah.
I've had probably 2 of them ever, maybe really 1,
Yeah.
and that was in high school.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So like, school system is messed up.
Oh yeah.
Our education
it
system
keeps
in
getting
general.
worse and worse.
Oh,
it
dude, it's
seems
going
like.
downhill. Well, if you think about it, like, school has not changed in the last 100 years in America. We do school the exact same way
Yeah.
we did 100 years ago.
Mhm.
Everything else is developing and growing, and there's innovative ideas. School is exact same.
Well, it's like your youngest sister is what, 14, 15?
15, because he said
15.
14 the
I
other
thought
day.
she
and
was
she was
14.
Like,
and
oh,
I
15.
got
She's
proved wrong.
She's 15. She's one of, even when she was like, I guess I met her when she was 12 then, or 11, 12. I met her when she was 12.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of the smartest, like, younger people that I know in my life.
Whoa.
Okay.
Don't.
Yeah, don't inflate her ego.
No, I don't
And
want to.
I think she listens to this.
Yeah, did she listen to the
No, she's
pod?
so dumb, bro. She like she's so dumb. Oh my god.
No, okay, but honestly, she's one of the smartest people that I
Okay.
know at that age.
At
and,
that
like,
age, I think I agree, but no,
comparing
I don't. No, I don't.
Comparing myself at that age even to her, like, I thought I was really smart, and I think I was, like, in the least cocky way I could say that possible. I think
Yeah.
I was, like, in my school, I was always did, like, really well with grades. I always
Okay.
had some, like, extracurricular type stuff that I was super interested in, and I just think it was more like I was just motivated to learn about stuff.
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like I was motivated to be smart. I was just motivated to learn
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason, you know. And but she is homeschooled. And
Mhm.
I swear she only does school for like 2 hours a day.
She splits it up. That's like she really splits it up throughout the day. Like sometimes I'll see her doing
Yeah.
school at 8 p.m.
But she's also she used to do figure skating, and now she's
yeah,
she's doing some of the
The-
best paintings I've ever
yeah,
freaking
Dude,
seen.
her paintings are sick.
And she's 15.
yeah,
And
you
it's
know, like-
bro, I told her I'll pay you $50. Paint me whatever you
yeah.
want.
She got
Yeah.
that dog in her.
That
Yeah.
dog.
No, it's but that's my point, right? Is that she's spending like less time. I spent 7 hours a day in school
in
public
classes
school.
that you didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
That was the thing. That's the
Wasted
good
time.
thing about homeschooling is it's.
Oh, absolutely. I
it's-
was homeschooled too. Yeah. so
Yeah, there's no
You don't waste time.
wasting time. It's you go from subject break,
And as-
break.
As somebody who, especially when I was young, I was like the brown noser. I was always like teacher's pet, and,
Yeah.
and I was trying to learn. And it was so easy because they had to teach to everybody, not to me.
Mm-hmm.
I had elementary school, one of my most pivotal teachers I forgot about.
In second grade, third grade. When was it?
5th grade.
Okay.
5th grade. Last year of elementary school.
Elementary school for the mid.
He used to let me, when I finished my work early, because I always did, because I was this little nerd, I would
we
go.
love nerds.
Yeah, I would go to the back of the room, and he had these Lego Mindstorm kits. And he would just
Okay.
let me do whatever, but I had to bring up and like show him what I had done. So it wasn't like I was playing. I kind
That's
of
a
like
good teacher.
I had to go show him like, and he didn't tell me I had to go show him, but like it was like a mutual weird understanding. Like if I get this opportunity, I have to be doing something. So I had these gears. I had all these gears, and I was like teaching myself about gear ratios, and
Look at little
like
Tyler
more
popping
torque,
off,
less
and then
torque.
becomes
Like,
an
yes.
engineer,
Like,
and then
it's
becomes
so-
an
yeah, and I
engineer.
became an
So
engineer,
crazy.
and that like, or I didn't become an engineer, but I got an engineering degree.
Yeah.
But either way, like I felt like I was learning stuff. I was being enriched, and there were kids in that class who hated that teacher for it, that he was letting me go back there. They were like,
The haters.
and then he let a
Yeah.
couple other kids back there through the class. But like, I was the only one who was like genuinely interested, and everybody else was just like
Oh.
jealous and upset, and like this isn't fair. Which I kind of agree. You know, it's not fair. But at the same time, I was the one who was like asking
Life
him
isn't
questions.
fair.
Yeah.
He was a science teacher, and I was asking him questions. He was like, "Dude," at one time I remember, and I'm embarrassed about this now. Got some beer on my damn laptop.
How'd you do that?
It's fine.
I apologize.
But okay, but there was I remember asking him about just like all this stuff, and then he was just like, "Oh, you want to like I have a Mindstorm kit. Like, do you want to start?" He's like, "If you finish everything during the time you're supposed to be working,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then you can go back there."
So you just performed well and then were rewarded.
Yeah, and I was kind of like one of those like brown noser kids, so I wasn't like trying to act off in the class. I didn't really have any friends, so I was like,
Just Tyler
I
sitting
was
by
like
himself.
back there doing by myself, just like learning about gears.
Gear
Let's
ratios.
go.
I didn't even build the Mindstorm kit.
Yeah.
I was just practicing gears and like trying to figure out what the different
Oh.
ratios did. I made a Lego that like spun around at like super fast, and I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy!" But I could stop it with my hand because
Yeah.
it was low. It was whatever. It was just I was learning.
I was
You were about to you're about to go in depth.
Yeah, I
In
was.
depth.
I was.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was.
yeah.
You were.
Because-
I
You
heard
had to
it.
Yeah,
explain
yeah,
I
everything.
heard it come out.
Yeah. No, it's so cool. Like the teachers who really can enrich kids' lives, and they're not
Yeah.
just there for. I think a lot of teachers, they like the idea of enriching people's lives,
Mhm.
and then they hate the actual job. And then
Oh yeah, for sure.
those are the worst teachers. I had a lot like that
Mhm.
who hated being a teacher.
Yeah,
And they
they're
weren't
also
making-
paid shit.
They weren't making any money. They hated being a teacher, and they were not good at teaching you how to just be a person.
and it's sad because you're impacting kids' future.
Yes. And
Like,
when you are this like
100%.
when you are this grumpy like person who is not into what you're doing at all, you're
Mhm.
just teaching people like the bare minimum, and it's just like a waste of the kids' time.
Yeah,
But then there's also these kids who for like they weren't raised to value education, and they're wasting everybody's time because they're just acting
because
off.
they have to be.
They're acting off because but like sometimes you can't blame the kid for that. And then that's the whole question of like, how do we actually handle this? What do
Mhm.
we do to get around this? What do we do to get around the kids who are acting off because they, weren't raised to value learning,
Respect.
The
and
ruler.
respect.
Get the
Adults.
ruler out.
Yeah.
the
Get
ruler
out? Okay.
punishment, but that also causes issues.
It does. It really does. And like, maybe spanking or beating kids isn't the best way.
Did you say
for-
spanking kids
Yeah, spanking kids. You can still get
at
the ruler.
school?
Not
It
at
used
school.
to happen. It used
It
to
used
happen.
to happen,
Yeah.
and kids like turned out arguably better.
Arguably, but there's
Or not
there's
as
no
entitled.
like real qualifiable data. That's the issue.
That is
There-
true.
And
That is true.
and people aren't willing to study stuff like that because you can get like in trouble or canceled
yeah,
if you study that kind of
absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah. So here's a question about childhood.
Okay.
Were you guys allowed to watch Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was not.
Yes, but I had to
Witchcraft.
wait. I had to wait.
Witchcraft.
So for me,
Witchcraft-
it was
black
the rating.
magic.
For me, no, okay.
Demons.
For me, it wasn't nearly that. It was
Okay.
just I had to wait until I was a certain age
To watch
until I could
Harry
It
watch
wasn't,
Potter?
dude. I didn't
Yeah.
watch Harry Potter until I was like 20 years old.
Really?
I wasn't allowed to.
I couldn't
it was
play-
evil.
I was never allowed to play M-rated video games until
What
I
are you
was
talking
like,
about? The good guy wins.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, dude. It's evil. Witchcraft.
It's like good versus evil.
Yeah.
It's not
See,
just
there's
e-
okay. So there's
what
this line,
that blows
right?
my mind. What about SpongeBob?
I was
I-
allowed to
I
watch
could
SpongeBob
watch
for a
SpongeBob.
bit, and then it was taken away from me.
Okay, see, there's
Because
this
it's
line.
bad.
There's this line.
What?
SpongeBob's evil.
There's this line where like you
Squidward
could
has
show
a dick
kids.
nose.
Squidward's nose.
Squidward knows.
Anyways, go for it.
You're walking this line of like, what am I allowed to introduce my children or like our children as a society? Like, what are we allowed to introduce them to? And there's a line where you don't show them enough, and then they become very like. Once they are allowed to be their own person,
Mhm.
they crave this stuff that's like wrong.
Yeah.
So they go too far into the like wrongness, and they're like
It's the
they
rebellious
want to
phase.
do drugs.
Oh,
Yeah.
They
dude,
want
I
to do
went.
all
I
this
was
stuff.
I
That's
was so sheltered.
case
I went
in
so
point.
far left.
Case in point
As
right
soon
here.
as drugs were there, as
Yeah.
soon as cigarettes were there,
Yeah.
anything I could get my hands on, sneaking out at night, jumping out the
Yeah.
window, and going riding around in cars with people that didn't have a license.
But you probably wouldn't be doing that if you were allowed to do that while you were.
Oh, I think my life would have been fundamentally different if it was like, hey, this is what we believe. You get to make a choice, and you bear the responsibility and the
But-
consequences.
But some kids would take advantage of that, and then it would be bad.
That's true,
Some
that's
people,
true.
It's like a case by case thing, and then there's some people who are overly sheltered, and there's some people who are under sheltered. I know people that like had no sheltering, like their parents gave them their first cigarette when they were 10.
That's terrible.
And yeah, and they're addicted to nicotine because their parents
Yeah,
would
well,
always
they're-
give
Yeah.
them cigarettes or vapes or whatever, and then like there's a way that it goes. There's just this line, and
Yeah.
no one can really define the line, and everybody is
Yeah.
different, and that's I think probably the craziest thing about.
Well, it's also a lot easier to parent our, fake children.
Yeah.
Our
Oh
figurative
yeah.
Children.
Oh
We
yeah.
can sit here and be like,
Yeah.
this
You
is
can
what I
always
would
say,
do.
I know exactly what I'm gonna
But
do.
then, like
I-
the actual,
yeah.
when you
But
play it out in reality,
From
it's like
kid
that's
to
a lot
kid, you
harder.
definitely. I feel like you fall into the parenting, or not of your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
for
like
sure.
I think that my brother right under me is like the rebellious one, whether it's to my parents or just society or anything. Like
Yeah,
he
but
just
he's also
is.
fun and cool.
he's hilarious. I love him, but like he's just always been that, and I just
Yeah.
naturally am not.
You were a good boy.
I was a good boy, and it
I
wasn't
was too.
like-
I was too. I didn't get in trouble till I was like 17.
No,
Didn't do
I
anything
never,
wrong.
ever have. Like I just the stuff I like to do for fun, the stuff I like to like rebel against society is I like to try and like find success places where other people can't. That's my
Yeah, you're
like
just anti-cultural
yeah, I'm like anti-cultural,
anti-culture.
but I'm not anti like
authority.
I'm anti some authority, but not like in a more like slower calculated way than some people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like there's I don't know, it's just a
Dude, I was just a kid.
You're just a kid blindfolding
Dude,
yourself and
I
riding
feel
a
like
skateboard.
I was
Yeah.
probably one of the most stereotypical kids. I just liked going in the woods, liked adventures. I would steal wood from construction sites and build tree houses
Heck
with
yeah.
them. I would longboard. I would bike. I'd mountain bike. I
Just chill.
had a little dirt bike when I was little.
Ooh, there
It's
we
like
go.
I feel like
Gus was just living.
I wouldn't.
Living the
I don't think I
dream.
would
Yeah.
change anything. My parents let me watch really whatever I wanted to watch. They would always put a limit on my like
On the amount of
on my
time?
Yeah,
video on my
yeah.
video game usage.
Okay.
So they would say like you can have 2 hours after you're done with school.
Yeah.
And they weren't like overbearing, so the 2 hours
Yeah.
ended up
See,
being 4.
as a kid, I wanted to be outside. I wanted to be outside as a kid.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to be out in nature. I wanted to do things. I wanted to play pretend.
Outside was definitely
Yeah, that was
the
that was
happy
fun.
place.
Mhm.
Especially my like best friend lived right down the street. I had a lot of friends in the neighborhood.
There you
so
go.
it's like, and none of my friends like did anything
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
So
So
we had very different. We all had different childhoods. Massively.
Tyler, you got something
This
to
guy,
say?
this guy was spinning ratios. You were
Yeah.
not watching Harry Potter for some reason.
Well, I dropped that because have you guys heard of J.K. Rowling's new book?
no.
She wrote a new book.
What's the new book?
So you and I were on a run, and for some reason this Christmas
Oh, is it
season,
the Harry Potter one?
no. So there's been all
Oh.
these like Christmas pig decorations. Do you guys know what's up
Oh!
with that?
No, what's going on?
I
No,
don't know, but I
I know what you're talking about. Everyone's
Yeah.
putting out
Dude,
these
everyone's
little
putting
light
these
up
pigs.
pigs
What?
in their yard.
yeah, I was like,
And I was
what the
talking to
fuck
one of
is
our
this?
customers about it, and she's like, I love all the decoration in my neighborhood, but I don't know what the pig is.
Dude, I don't know either. So
No.
we had this
I don't
conversation.
know
So I
either.
googled it. I googled Christmas pig.
Oh, you did?
Okay.
Yeah.
We know.
So you
And-
know what's going on.
No, I went. No. I went down a rabbit trail. J.K. Rowling released a new book.
Okay.
It's a bestseller called The Christmas Pig.
We went over this. I don't think it's because of J.K. Rowling.
I don't
Because
think
these
so
pigs
either.
are everywhere.
But dude, this is a person, the creator of Harry Potter, is writing a book about
Yeah.
Christmas pigs.
So her book is about pigs?
It's called The Christmas Pig. I don't know what the plot is or anything. I was
Damn.
like, are you? This is a woman who
There's
has
a lot
so
of-
much success,
Yeah.
and you're writing about the Christmas pig.
Harry Potter was such a mind-boggling thing.
Yeah.
And I've said this before. I don't think I've ever said it on the podcast, but the reason we don't get good movies like that anymore is because the money is in series now.
Dude, it sucks.
I love it.
Why do you love it, bro? You have to
Because-
wait years for the next movie.
You have to wait years for the next series. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but like,
You mean
Like,
like
okay,
here's the thing.
show?
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Are you talking
Okay,
about like a
okay,
show?
Yeah,
If you talk about like Harry Potter, she was writing these books and creating this story, and you had to wait for it. I remember as the books came out.
Yeah.
But when you think now, when you look at like the Avengers or anything like that, they're only making more movies and more
No.
stories for money.
Dude,
Even
the
with
dog.
series.
No.
There's just like,
Marvel's dog. Hot
Okay,
take.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying. But
Yeah.
what I'm talking about is like look at the new Game of Thrones series. What's it called?
House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
Are you watching it?
Yeah.
It's
And
good.
You
It's
are?
all right.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Did you like the last?
Yeah. I didn't read the books. I don't know the difference. I mean, I think that the ending was a little fast, but it was I mean, I'm not as critical of stuff about plot as some people are. And some people are like super critical about
I was talking to
plot.
my dad about this, and I actually quit Game of Thrones season 6 just because
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
it's-
didn't finish?
No, it's just a huge.
I haven't watched
like
it, but I've watched House of the
every
Dragon.
series for me is just a huge commitment.
Dude,
It's like
such a
40
commitment.
hours.
Especially when you're running 17 miles on a
17
Saturday.
million
You don't
miles.
have 17 million miles. You don't
So-
have time for it.
That's why I love movies.
Yeah.
That's why I love good movies.
Yeah.
Like Interstellar,
Mm-hmm.
objectively good. Any like Christopher
Blade
Nolan,
Runner.
Dark Knight, Blade Runner, freaking the new Dune,
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction,
That,
Yeah.
We watched that together for the
phenomenal.
first time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
At your aunt's house. That was fun.
And I just love it's not even a short format. It's like
Yeah.
a medium format where you get in, they like
You get in
explain
and
the
get out.
story in 2 hours, and you're done, and you get to think
You're
about it.
content, yeah.
And you're not like, all right, I got another hour to
It's
watch.
not like
tomorrow.
you're binge watching for 5 hours.
Yeah, that is. I feel like I could be doing something else when I have other shows
Yeah.
Yeah.
or have movies to watch.
So for me, a movie, there are some movies that are just amazing and they're so well done. But it is hard to tell such a captivating story with real character development in, an hour. What is that?
In 2 hours.
In order to
2
be,
hours.
but in order to be a what's it called? It's called something. I don't know, like a feature film, right?
Yeah,
It has to be
Mhm.
like an hour and 15 minutes.
something like that.
And like that's not long enough. And even 3 hours is not that long to tell a whole story. So you have to do it so well.
And a
But if
lot
you
of
do
people
it well,
do
it's
it.
awesome.
Do it so
Do you have a
well.
cinema-
Oh yeah,
like
if you do it well,
masterpiece? Dude.
it's amazing. But if you have
I'm crying.
but like look at like Breaking Bad. Are there bad episodes of Breaking Bad?
Yes.
Yes.
But it's awesome.
Did that affect the whole story?
No.
No.
That's one of my top 5
Yeah.
TV shows.
But there's episodes that are
It's
boring.
definitely in
There's
my top
episodes
5
that
too.
don't really
Yeah.
advance the plot. Whatever. But the actual show is amazing, and you know so much more.
Yeah.
So if you can invest your money, so this is a book, right? The Dragon, the House of the Dragon,
Dragon Time.
was
Dragon Time.
Dragon
Tales.
Tales.
Yeah.
it was like
Dragon berries.
something of fire was the book,
Okay.
and then they can make that into a series instead of a movie. You can tell so much more of the story.
Yeah, you're raising a good point.
That's the reason I like it, and I also have a short attention span, so I can watch an episode of a show easier than I can sit down and watch an entire movie.
So
And
you
then
don't
it's
binge
like-
and watch 2, 3, 5 episodes?
Sometimes, but a lot
Not
of
really.
times I can't sit down for that long.
Yeah, I fall asleep in TV shows and movies.
Yeah.
If it's too
I
long,
definitely
I'm
fall
done.
asleep during TV shows.
I like when it releases once a week, and then I can.
Dude,
like,
I love that. I've been
Yeah.
watching the new episode of or the new season of Yellowstone. It releases
Mhm.
once a week. Great. Watch an hour, done. Or I was telling Gus, I started watching King of Tulsa. Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's sick. He's like a 70-year-old man. He's a mobster. Like,
yeah.
setting
Sylvester
up shop.
Stallone is a hoss.
dude,
That
he's
dude's
so cool.
crazy. He started as, I don't know if he started in Rocky. Was that his main launching
know what
point?
his
It's-
first.
it's
I
But
mean,
he was also a porn star.
wait, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The Italian stallion.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you gonna have to pull this up?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
was
need
gonna say
proof
the
of
Italian
this.
style. I don't know if I believe that. He's such a boss, though.
Dude, the Rockies were so good.
Dude, phenomenal movies.
Rocky 4 montage,
Yeah.
goosebumps. Every
Chills.
Time. Every time.
He had a small part in a porno, according to mentalfloss.
What's a small part?
Yeah, what
Means
is
a
that?
small.
He just walks by. he has a small, There's no way he has a small
He's got a
schlong.
small piece.
There's
This
no
is
way he has a small penis.
Cracked.com. Sylvester Stallone has worn many hats throughout his life. He's been an actor, writer, director, and even a reluctant porn star.
Reluctant.
I'm
That's a little
telling you, this
scary.
dude has been, porno.
Okay. but I
Started
believe
his
you.
career. So he started his career in porno
Isn't that
in
you're playing, Gus?
1970.
Huh?
You're playing to be a porn star?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
They're
take off
working
your
on it, right?
clothes.
Subscribe to your OnlyFans.
Oh!
Whoa!
How do you, what's Sylvester Stallone's accent?
Adrian.
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 off your clothes.
Adrian. We're getting a fight, Adrian.
Yeah.
That's pretty good,
I was gonna
actually.
say- all right,
Yeah.
Tyler.
Oh, boxer, you know.
Hmm.
Adrian, come over here. I'm gonna win. I got
I'm gonna win.
time for my training montage.
What's that song? It's dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. He's wearing the sweat, the whole sweatsuit from the 90s or whatever it was.
What if we all got sweatsuits?
Probably won't. I honestly probably won't because
I won't
not,
either. But
it's not even that comfortable to work out in, and it's
It's just a sweat.
what if it's just a fashion statement? We just get sweatsuits and go out.
I
Right on the
want,
town.
Yeah.
Do you know Christmas Vacation?
The movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
You
Yeah.
remember their neighbor
yeah.
when she went, or they went for a jog, and they were in
yeah.
the mirrored tracksuits or something. I want to do something like that.
Let's do it.
what is the Christmas
No,
vacation?
our next 20
What is that? That's I know what it is, but
Griswold.
no,
Family
what's
Christmas
what's
Vacation.
the
Chevy Chase,
no? Who produced it?
I don't know.
John Hughes,
No, it was part of a series.
What?
Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
It was
The
part
actual
of
name of the thing is Something's National Lampoon.
National Lampoon.
Yeah.
That's right. Dude,
Did
It's a
John
great
Hughes do that movie?
Yeah, screenplay,
Okay.
John Hughes.
Okay.
That dude
National
rocks.
Lampoon was like a
They did a ton of movies.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the best one though.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it's a funny movie.
It's so
it's-
great. What's the cousin's name? Is it Eddie?
Cousin Eddie, yeah.
Yeah, he's like entering the sewage.
So good.
It's a
man.
good. It's a great
So
film.
good. You know, I started that movie. It popped up on my HBO Max. What the heck? There's hair in my mouth.
Cat hair.
Oh my god.
Multiple hairs.
She glued it to my face. I started watching Black Adam. It showed up on my
yeah,
with The Rock.
yeah,
Bro, I'm only 30 minutes into it.
yeah.
15 minutes of screen time for The Rock in
Yeah.
30 minutes of the movie.
Okay.
He said one word,
That's hilarious.
Where did he say?
and he's killed probably like 40 people.
Okay, so it's a great film, is what I'm hearing.
It's probably one of the worst starts to a movie I think I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I'm gonna finish it. Gonna finish.
You're
I heard it. I
committed?
heard it totally bombed at the box office.
Okay.
that's hilarious. Yeah, Rock's one of those guys who he's like roided out and no one
I was
wants
about to say
talk
natty or
about
not.
it.
Natty
No,
or not.
he is not natty.
He's not natty.
Not natty.
He's not
And
like.
I don't even-
He's not pumping 500 milligrams a week. There's no way he's pinning that much. But he's not natty. There's no way.
Yeah,
Dude, he's probably on a lot of stuff. He's almost isn't he 50 something?
yeah. There's a whole thing
Yeah,
about
but
like
he's
once
not-
you
in
get,
the movie,
way that
his
much.
traps are like above his head.
but once you get big enough,
You can maintain.
you can
pretty
maintain.
easily,
So like
which is like pinning.
it's possible that he's just doing like TRT.
He's for sure on TRT. There's no way he's
yeah,
not on TRT.
Yeah. But it's possible that he's just doing like a high-ish dose of TRT, and
Yeah.
then he's like,
I think he's on a pretty fat stack.
Fat stack.
There's no way you
Well,
he work as
okay.
much as he does
yeah.
and can maintain.
He works
that.
out hard. Here's a question: in your 30s, are you guys gonna go on TRT?
Oh yeah.
It really
Yeah?
depends.
Yeah.
It really depends for me.
Like,
So,
what dosage?
Just
like
like,
a-
low-ish
Like 100 to 200
dosage.
milligrams a week.
I don't know the specific dosage.
I just want to keep it like baseline.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to go like higher than I've ever been testosterone.
Okay,
I want to go
okay.
like 25-year-old.
Okay, yeah, I
Not
get
even
that. I
like
get that.
30-year-old. Because 30s, you're at your aren't you? Don't you peak T
You
at
peak
like
at what,
20,
34?
32 or 34?
I think it's like 34 when you
I
peak.
thought it was like 29.
No,
No.
I think it's in your 30s.
It's in your 30s.
Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you have a fitness age of 20 like me.
What?
My watch says I have a fitness age of a 20-year-old.
Oh.
I'm in the
I
top
thought you were making
5%.
a, like a fitness
No.
thing in there joke.
No. Finesse?
Fitting this. That's what I meant. But the answer is probably yes.
Yeah.
Depending on the price too. I feel like it'll be more widely available in 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Well, I'm not even like I don't know. I just think it's a health thing. Like it helps with your recovery from injury. It helps with your mental state. Like
Yeah.
it really can be good for you
It can be. It can be.
as a male.
In a healthy dosage. But these dudes are pumping 500 milligrams
No,
a
no,
week?
no. I don't want to do it for
No.
muscle. I don't even want to do it for muscle growth or anything like that. I
Yeah.
just want it for health.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is a healthy thing to do at a
Yeah.
certain age, at a certain level.
Yeah.
And I
But
think it's
right
dependent
now
on the
we are
person.
all I'm high T. I don't know about you boys, but
I'm freaking teed. I'm teed
I
out
don't
of the
even
universe,
teed
man.
up.
I don't
bro.
even know. I don't know how to tell. I
I'm
don't know any
gone.
of that. But like, I just know that I don't need more right now.
right now.
Like I don't need
You
more.
don't need more.
I don't know where I
Yeah.
am on the spectrum, but I know personally I don't need any more.
Okay.
But one day it's gonna start falling off, and then it makes sense to just add it. We
Just add
last
a little
longer
bit.
than we're supposed to anyway. We live like till like almost. People live till 100. It's way longer than we're supposed to.
I don't want to live till 100.
Do you think you would live like is TRT a longevity thing?
Well, no,
if
no,
you
no,
do
no.
it,
My
if you
head
do it
in-
baseline.
No, in
May-
my head, no.
no. You. There's a strong chance you're gonna shorten your lifespan.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you rather have like 30 years of like prime, you're feeling good, than
Yeah,
35
you
and
might-
37 feeling awful? Or
you
like
might
shit?
take a couple even years off, but you probably will enjoy more years
Yeah.
than you would have.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're gonna live more years.
Okay. Yeah.
But you won't live more years, if that makes sense.
I feel that.
You'll be like
Yeah.
alive more years, but you won't be alive more years.
Yeah. But you know.
I get that. See, I'd probably just dose some more pre-workout.
You're just gonna.
No, you
Dose
can just
pre?
drink more coffee at that point.
Yeah,
Dude,
that would
coffee
get you
gets
going.
me weird.
I like pre-workout is the craziest thing. I remember I like the pre-workout with the beta alanine in it.
Mm-hmm.
tingles.
The
Yeah,
tingles
little
make
tingles,
me
you get a little
because they
going.
stress me out.
It stresses
They
you
give
out
me anxiety, and then the only way to get the anxiety gone
is to go lift.
is to lift.
Yeah.
The only
Hulk.
way,
You're unleashing the
Yep.
Hulk.
the
right?
only
Your
way to
inner-
get rid of that awful anxiety
is
is to
go-
pump
go
some
throw some
iron.
weight around.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way to
Have you
get
guys
rid of
watched
it.
Pumping Iron?
No.
I actually haven't, which is
Are you
crazy.
Have you ever
serious?
have you ever had your pre-workout kicking in and then you have to take a shit because the caffeine is also kicking in and then you're
It's
taking,
always mid-workout.
have you ever taken
Dude,
a
it's mid-workout.
pre-workout shit where it's just starting to get tingly and you're like trying to finish your shit really fast because you want to pump some
You're ready
iron,
to go throw
and you're
some
like
weight
getting
around?
nervous and anxious and you're like trying to get done with your shit?
Yeah.
That's the worst. I hated that.
Hey, you got a different reaction on the pre-workout.
a
I was
very-
gonna say.
I'm kind of like a neurotic person
Yeah.
and like
just in
kind of
general.
a
yeah.
like an anxious person anyway, so like the pre-workout was
Yeah.
and the only way to like cure myself from the pre-workout was to work out, and when I was working out with the tingles, I loved it.
Dude, it feels great.
But if I wasn't, I was like anxious.
yeah. All right, here's a question: do you guys think more men should be lifting weight?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like just going to
Dude,
the gym
I
and
think-
lifting in
I
general?
think every man, or even woman, should
Yeah.
do
Should lift a little bit?
resistance training.
Resistance training, and I'm even talking from the perspective of somebody who I was in a good routine of it, and I've been so out of it, it's
You've been
embarrassing.
falling off, bro.
So falling
Oh
off.
my
Like
You gotta
it's
pull up
so
with Gus and I.
embarrassing. But my point is, when you're in it, when you're doing it, and when you have a routine at a gym you like,
Yeah.
it's so good for your mental state.
Oh yeah.
I don't care about. I honestly, I'm not that like, vain. Like I don't really
Dude,
care.
you're a good-looking dude. You like I get.
I
that.
don't really care
Mhm.
what I look like as much.
That's how you feel.
How my mind feels when I've
Mhm.
been working out is so much better.
Mhm.
Oh, for sure.
But it has to be like the gym I go to now. It's the same gym as you guys go
Yeah,
to.
dude.
I don't like it the same way I used to like my gym at my school.
Dude, it's kind of gotten toxic.
I
Recently, Gus, it's there. The culture there is
it's
not what it used
so
to be.
it feels
The-
like so much work to get there and add it to my schedule. Where
Yeah.
my gym at my school used to be so easy to add in, and I used to have my favorite thing about the gym was afterwards when I got to like reward myself with the sauna. And there's no sauna at this gym, and that's
Facts.
That's why I've been
Honestly-
telling you to come over to the other gym,
what gym?
Clubworks.
Works.
I probably should just do that.
which
I'm considering
which
that.
has the. I
It
mean,
does
you
have
don't,
it has
I
a
want a
hot
sauna.
sauna
you don't
there.
play
Yeah.
basketball, but
Yeah.
there's basketball.
There's all
There's
kinds of stuff.
pools.
There's
There's outdoor
pools.
pools.
Yeah.
There's the sauna.
I've been thinking
I'm
about
gonna think
switching.
about it, but I just like
If you guys switch, I'll cancel mine.
Okay, well, what is the lifting like there? Can I
The
actually get a
lifting?
good
It's
lifting?
fine.
Yeah, they
It's
got
fine.
all new equipment,
and they've got good
recently.
machines.
It's
Okay.
pretty good.
I-
I mean, for the type of lifting that we're doing now,
Yeah.
and not like hyper
The bodybuilding arc is
Like,
over.
Yeah,
realistically-
that arc is sailed.
Realistically, if you want to gain strength and physique, really, but mostly strength, there's 3 compound lifts you need,
I agree.
and you can do all those at any gym almost.
Yeah.
Any gym with
Except
like,
for PF.
All you need is clean and press.
I wouldn't go to PF, but there's like
That's all you
you
need.
No
do
squat?
clean and press, so you're doing like Olympic shit.
That's
no
like
squat?
if you were to have one lift for the rest of your life, I'd do clean and press.
I would just do deadlifts. If I had one
Mhm.
lift ever, it'd be deadlift, and I don't
Yeah.
even like
It's
deadlifts.
a good lift.
But if I wanted
Great
to do a full body lift, it'd be deadlift.
Yeah.
And then
Dude, when
but
you
my
deadlift, your entire
favorite-
body feels it.
My favorite lift ever is bench press, but I have to have a spotter.
Okay.
And I don't like asking people to spot me.
So what I'm hearing is you got to lift with
Dude,
us.
that's the thing. You should come to Clubworks because everyone is so friendly.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
I just
It's
want to be in the
expensive,
sauna,
though.
bro.
I mean,
a lot of money. It's
expensive,
like
but
$70
there's,
or
there's
something like
just
that.
so
is
many.
that much?
There's so many.
maybe
It's a lot.
But it's only $30 more than you're
Only
paying.
$30.
Well, I'm paying freaking
But the
$30 and
amenities-
not going. So
That's
at that
true.
point,
I
I
was gonna say.
might as well
True.
be spending twice and going.
Yeah.
in getting the amenities, which
Dude, the amenities
like
rock.
if you want to do like
Yeah.
your triathlon training.
Yeah, we're gonna try. Yeah, I gotta
The
swim.
triathlon training. You,
They have cycling classes.
The heat
Mhm.
exposure after a workout is always like
Phenomenal.
my reward.
Oh,
like
yeah.
to me, it was my reward after
Mhm.
working hard.
Yeah.
Is if I
dude,
was.
20 minutes at 180.
But
Just something
honestly,
about it.
Dude.
Last
honestly,
2 minutes are hard, but you get out and you're like,
honestly though, the steam room was way better than the sauna.
Bro, I have mixed feelings about steam rooms.
It
so
has
one time,
to be hot. It
Micah
has to
and
be
I
hot.
went in. My friend Micah and I went in,
Where?
and at State.
Okay, but
um,
yeah, did
I
you pour
snuck
water
in.
on
I
the
snuck
thing?
in. I don't know how to do that, bro.
Okay, no.
No, I know.
We
I
stripped
know,
down.
I know.
We stripped down to our boxers and go in there.
Yeah,
The
I
thing
used
is-
to do
okay,
the
the
same
thing
thing.
is-
Our clothes
about the
outside.
steam room is it's kind of gross when you
Dude,
go in
it's
there.
like
it's a little bit
It's gross.
Mm,
Yeah, I
it's
don't
slimy.
care.
It's
no,
slimy.
okay.
I would take a
You're gonna
200
get a
degree
fungus.
If you
sauna
went-
over the steam room.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
but if you go in a hot steam room, it's so
Where you can't see anyone?
It's so
It's just-
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you can't see anything because there's so much steam,
Yeah.
it's so different than going in a warm steam room.
Okay.
A
you gotta
warm
put-
steam room is gross.
Who was the one who
Dude, it's
told me about
slimy.
one time you guys went in there and there's an old guy like sliming?
Yeah, that was
he
me.
was
that was
like
me.
he was
He was
sliming
like-
across
and
the
his
ground.
body was
Slithering
like
across.
making noise on the ground. It was like,
Yeah. So here's the thing, though.
and he was like sliding around, and he was like wearing a speedo.
See, that's you never get that in the sauna.
No, okay,
You
okay,
only
okay.
in the sauna.
you only
Dude,
get
there's research
But-
that shows the sauna is great for your heart. You live longer.
Oh yeah, but the
Good for
steam room is
circulation.
better for is like
Would that
good for your
offset the
pores
TRT?
and stuff. Like it'll clean out your skin. No, okay.
It is-
I like both.
Dude, I can't stop thinking about this slug guy.
It was gross. It was so gross.
Slithering
And-
around.
and-
and you
the
say
thing
you
is-
like the steam room more.
No, the
You
thing
like
is,
that?
in the, when
Yeah.
that when the guy
Tyler's into the old man slithering around.
when the guy was slithering around, I was in there with one of my buddies, and we couldn't like.
Did he have
trying-
clothes on?
Just a speedo.
Oh yeah, you said.
And
was
when-
it sparkly? Is
He
it
was-
cool colored?
He was no, it was black, but we were trying to like
Mm.
deal with him doing that and trying not to laugh, and that was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
dude, what are
Bro.
you doing?
Like we
That's
were
harder than running
so
17 miles.
we were
Just like,
so
bro,
close
what?
to just busting out laughing.
Oh, I would have done it. dude.
yeah.
was he overweight?
Was he overweight? Yeah,
no,
that's the
no.
question.
For like his
A little
age,
bit?
he must have been 70. He was in all right shape, but still.
It was
Props
because
to
the
you.
it was because the slug steam room sesh.
oh yeah,
You've probably
and then
been
there
doing
was.
a lot of those.
I met a lot of people.
Young.
I-
Young and right.
Why was he at state?
Probably
he was at a
professor.
college.
He might have been a professor. There was a lot of, and then there's also a lot
Dude,
of
that's kind of
Then he
alumni.
that's kind of
slims into his
pedophilic,
room.
man. You
He
should
goes.
report
He goes
him.
to instruct a
There's
class.
also-
They're slithering in.
There's a lot of alumni too.
That's true.
Oh, they
Yeah.
didn't they
Yeah.
get like a discount on the
It's
gym
a-
or something?
They
It's
do.
cheaper
Dude,
than-
it's cheap than
it's-
any other
it's like
gym.
Really?
$35.
I have a card, dude. My friend, he passed off his card to me, so I
Yeah.
can go whenever
It's
I
like
want.
$35.
I've been there a few times. I
We
liked
both have
it.
snuck in.
Yeah, there was a couple times or one
Yeah.
time when it wasn't as busy, and it was a really nice gym.
Oh, it's
But
a nice
then
gym. When
most
it's
of-
busy, it sucks.
Most
bro.
of the time, it's like ultra packed with these,
with kids that don't know what
cringe
they're
lord college
doing.
kids.
Yeah, no.
and they all like
Yeah.
they dress the part, but they like there's no etiquette or anything.
they don't
you
know how to
and,
lift.
Like at a small town like Clubworks, you meet people and like
Yeah,
everyone's
there's a
super
community,
nice.
You become
Yeah.
friends.
Like
with
all
people.
the desk people know me, and like
yeah.
the people are always in the weight room. I always
Dude, we've made friends from people
vaguely
going
know
to
where they are.
Golds that we hang out with outside of
yeah
going to the
yeah. I
gym.
mean it's
it's a community.
there's something that is
Yeah.
a little odd about like those huge gyms.
Dude, I hated my
that
gym
you
at
kind of have to
UNCW,
you
Wilmington.
have to go with like a group
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like
Oh, if you go to the gym by yourself, it's not the same as if you're going with your friends.
yeah exactly.
But it also has to be easy to schedule that with your friends.
But that's the great
Yeah.
thing about going to like a local gym is
You
that
meet
when you
people.
go there, your
you
friends
see people and
your
you say
friends
hi
are
to them.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so like I don't know. The thing about Golds that I liked is that they have every set of equipment you ever want.
Yeah,
Like, there
they
was
have everything you
The
need.
actual
Mhm.
workout is perfect there because
Oh,
it's not
for
that
sure.
huge of a gym. You just go and do whatever you want, and
Yeah.
you can get the best workout you want. But honestly, my favorite part was kind of like more of the social stuff, and also, like I say over and over, is the heat exposure afterwards was like it gave me this like calm feeling and this like and I used
The
to do
neurosis. It calms the neurosis.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. 100%. I'm a like neurotic person, and after I work out with like resistance training, and then I go into the heat, I get so
It's like-
calm.
oh,
it's
yeah,
like
for
quiet.
sure.
It like quiets my brain.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And-
it's a really nice feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has to have the heat. And the thing I was doing is I was doing a shower afterwards at
Not the
Gold's.
same.
But even like the showers at Gold's are a little funky because
I've never showered there. I've been working out there for 3.5
The
years.
water-
because it's a
hot.
weird
And I've
it's a
never
weird place to
showered there.
shower. There's
Oh,
like
it
not
is.
even locks on the doors. Like it's just you just go in this like
Yeah.
glass door. And at State there was a couple showers that were like they were personal
Dude,
bathrooms.
I've showered there. It's nice.
They were personal bathrooms you could go
Yeah.
in. You could go in these personal bathrooms. You're the only one in the bathroom. There's a toilet, a sink, and a shower. And you're just alone in there. It's completely locked with a deadbolt.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not.
Well, you need that at State because you got them slug guys.
It's
Yeah,
just like
there's
it's gonna
slugs coming
slither
around.
into your shower.
Yeah.
What you do when you see them slither under the door?
Oh my gosh! I would have kicked them. Start kicking them.
Slithers it in a speedo.
All right,
Come here, boy.
I'm gonna go pee again.
Okay.
Dang,
It's
that's
only
fine.
been 45 minutes this time.
Dang.
I'm getting worse.
That's pretty good. What are we at? What's our time at?
1:45.
Do you edit
What's
the
it-
pod?
what's- Someone's
Oh,
phone
uh,
is ringing.
I-
Oh, is it mine? Dude, these people want me to go out tonight so bad. Declan,
I'm at
Mike,
7.
Rockstar.
It's-
text messages, and they're like, "Yo, I ran 17 miles today. I ain't trying to go out and party."
No, just trying to party on the pod.
At 7, I'm leaving. I
When is
decided
that?
just now. It's like a couple minutes.
Couple
really.
minutes. Yeah, well, then you can make 10
We'll wrap it up.
minutes. You can make 10 minutes.
No, I'm
before you
gonna
go back
pee
in.
now because I could talk
Okay.
better
We're
if
gonna
I
wrap
pee.
it up.
You guys keep talking, but
Okay.
I'll be back in. We'll kind of like
Yeah.
one more topic.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want us to wait for you?
Nah.
We can just pause and.
We can pause. You want a little break, Ski?
A pause is super easy. Yeah, I can do that. All right.
We're back.
We're back.
So I wanted to talk about after we talk about the heat exposure. I want to talk about cold exposure
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
think that's
Important.
a really up and coming thing with like Wim
Like
Hof.
the ice baths and stuff. Yeah, the Wim Hof.
The Wim
Win,
The Win-
Win Hog.
the Wim Hof experiment, or what does he call it?
It's that's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude's sick.
Wim
Learn how to
Hof.
breathe
I know what
like
you're
that,
saying. Wim Hof.
meditation, all that. Therapy or Wim
It's-
Hof. What's the word?
I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna look it up.
It's like the
Keep
breathing,
going,
the
Gus.
breathing technique.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wim Hof technique.
Yeah, but
The breathing.
the barrier to entry of cold exposure is pretty high.
So-
actually,
I used to do cold showers every morning, and it was absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, why the
Mhm.
fuck am I doing this?
Yeah.
But recently, I've really wanted to get into ice baths because
that's
I feel
what
like
that's what I
it
want to
helps
do.
recovery,
Or
and
have
I
been
don't know.
doing.
You have been doing it, and I don't.
Yeah,
There's like a fear factor where I'm like, I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
like, just get into an ice bath.
you can. You can.
So, well, they say like even Wim Hof says like, yo, like start with just cold showers, but cold showers are so
They're
difficult.
really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
I would
done-
rather
I don't know
get-
how I
would
could
rather
I
do
do
get
a
into
cold
ice bath.
shower and I'm like,
Yeah, I can't
and,
breathe.
and my
or-
breathing gets so weird.
Oh
I,
yeah,
I think the
and
bath
like
is
I
definitely
can't
easier.
like it's like
Cause
panic.
easier.
Because the
It's
the
panic.
cold shower is it hits your head first.
It's like panic
Yeah.
for me.
yeah.
And
I
I
agree with
want to
that.
do it. I want to do it.
Oh, I
but it's
absolutely
like
wanna
I'm
do it.
panicking.
No,
Yeah,
I
and then I
think-
beat myself up too because I'm like mind over matter, and why am
Mhm.
I being a little like man up?
Yeah.
Freaking shove myself in
No,
this cold
it
water.
is
I can't
hard.
do it.
It is hard.
Yeah.
So I've been doing the ice baths occasionally. Like
Mhm.
I'm gonna do one tonight because I'm so.
You've
freaking-
convinced me to
I'm
try
new.
it,
Yeah.
but I'm nervous.
And I've been doing like 2/3, 2 parts ice and 1 part water,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then the ice kind of melts because the water
And you
temperature
said
is a
for
little
13 minutes. That's a
little bit
number.
higher. I usually do it
Lucky
for 10 to
13.
13 minutes because it's like people say like 3 minutes, but
Whoa,
that
I heard 10 minutes.
but
and then get out.
that's when the water is so cold. Like I can only get my tub to around like low 40s,
Yeah.
mid
Okay.
40s, and like Wim Hof is like sub 30 degrees
Yeah.
because because his water is like circulating and there's certain
Okay.
like salts and stuff. But it is the barrier to entry is crazy because like to get one of those tubs,
Yeah.
And they're
the actual
expensive.
It's
controlled ones.
It's like $2,500 to
Yeah.
$5,000 to
What
to
if
just
we
do
pitch
an
in?
ice bath.
We
Well, maybe
pitch
that's
in.
my proposition. Is we all
Yeah.
go in on a tub.
I got 500 right now. I'll put in. Tyler.
That's not enough.
Okay, I'll put 1G.
One
See,
D.
damn.
Tyler's
Vegas
like, nah.
expensive. I'll put in $25 right now.
Right
I'll
now.
probably put more in like tomorrow, but like right now in
Today,
the state I'm in the
Mhm.
state I'm in after drinking 5 or 6 Yinglings, I can only commit $25. That's just my rule
That's
for
all right.
myself.
Okay.
But I
okay.
think the cold exposure after the hot exposure,
Yeah.
it was like,
Yeah.
I think that's
So
You
you're
have
telling
to
me
get-
you want to go in the sauna and then go jump in an ice bath?
yeah.
I think that
Bro, I don't know about that one.
right after a workout, I would never do the deliberate cold exposure, but right after a workout, I would do hot because
Yeah.
it vasodilation, you get more recovery, your blood is flowing better.
Yeah.
But the vasoconstriction from the deliberate cold exposure is not good right after a workout, but it's really good an hour or so after a workout,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
No, I think that's what the studies show too.
Yeah.
Is like you're not
You
supposed to
wait-
just hop into an
No,
ice
no,
bath
no.
right
You have
after
to
your
wait till
workout.
you
No, no, no.
recovered,
Yeah.
quote
But dude,
unquote.
I am hurting. The idea of an ice bath and helping recovery after 17 miles, I'm down for it tonight.
Well, it's like right now you don't need to get rid of the lactic acid in your
Yeah.
muscles anymore.
That's
That's already
true.
done. Now you just need to build up muscle. So not only do you get like an extreme release of dopamine after deliberate cold exposure, but you
Mhm.
get like, there's studied benefits on your actual muscle recovery.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's about time to wrap it
Yeah.
up. I've got somewhere I got to get to, and I think it's
Well,
been
I
an hour. It's
appreciate
been
the
around
invite.
an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's
And we could have
Yeah.
kept
is
going.
this our longest one?
It might be when we
Okay.
edit it. There's only a short break and a
Mhm.
short
Yeah.
thing I have to edit out from the front, but I think it's about our longest one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the invite to be
Yeah,
on the
man.
pod.
First guest.
Yeah.
First guess.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be back. Maybe not.
Maybe
Ooh,
not.
Maybe.
No, maybe not.
I don't
you
make the
know,
cut.
that's
You guys
what
are like, fuck this guy.
No, it was awesome.
This pod doesn't even get uploaded.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
like-
see. We'll
I'm
see.
like,
We'll
I'm
see.
looking
So
for it. It's like, oh, okay.
All right.
Anyways,
Well,
guys.
it's been real.
All right,
Yeah.
CM. Thanks
Bye,
for coming
everybody.
on.
Yeah, CM.
Yeah,
We
all
said
right.
last time CM would be on.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Come.
See you.
All right. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.